I love you too, bud.
What's good, LORCANA fans? We're back again, Panda and Fluff Co. for your bi-weekly LORCANA Overcooked. We are doing things a little differently this week. Normally we cook up some, some super spicy lists for you guys, but we decided to do something a little different, and we are going to have another one of our lovely Ohana friends. Hold on, I gotta get the lists correct.
Dang, dude, you can see Ashton's forehead in this.
Oh, you only gave me top 3 deck list, by the way.
I thought I gave you top 4. There's 12?
2, 4, 6,
12.
8, 10, 11. First off, you only gave me 11 deck lists. Also, that was a very rude statement to say about Ashton.
Let's be for real here, though. Everybody just really wants to talk about Din's list, and then Ed's list, and then Zach Bivens' list.
Yeah, okay.
Especially
All right,
us, because
we're
Bivens
gonna
from Winston-Salem, and
we're gonna bring in Matt. Matt.
Matt!
All right, we're gonna talk about. Let me pull up Bivens' list really quick. Okay, his. Wait, you're missing the best list from Bivens.
Am I?
The Ruby Amber list.
I swear I sent them all.
You did not send me that one. Hold on,
1,
guys.
2,
Technical
3.
difficulties. Yeah, I'm literally just missing his Ruby Amber list. I loved his. Hold on, I gotta pull this up for you guys, so we can talk about it. All right. Hopefully, can you guys see that? Is that seeable? Hold on, it might not be.
Kind of.
Is this better?
It's a lot better.
Okay. I was like, let me put it on my other screen because this one is landscape and the other one is portrait.
I love this list.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I absolutely, I absolutely love this list so much. I've wanted sapphire or emerald sapphire items to work so bad, and I love that the 3 constructed deck format forced this list to become a competitive list within the world's constructed event. It was very nice. What do you guys think about this list?
I love this list. It's one of my favorite lists. I'm actually doing Emerald Sapphire items right now. I'm probably gonna use that for Jafar set champs. Mine's a little let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 card difference. I don't run Cloud Kicker, the Coil, the Alligator, and the Snake. I don't know what their names are.
Louis, I think Louis is really good. Oh, the Snake. You said the Snake. We're gonna.
Yeah, I said the Alligator too. I don't. Yeah.
I think Louis is really good though. I think the Snake is really good. I think Sir Hiss in this format is actually really good. I think in a regular format, it's not so much because a steel is a color, is a deck choice.
Yeah.
So that definitely kind of can make it
Which they totally told us this is not for your set champs. This is meant for World, so please don't go to set champs with these lists and expect them to do great because you probably will get pooped on.
Yeah.
These were specifically made for World, but they're still good lists. If you can modify it for set champs or anything like that, then good for you, because that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. Obviously, I think all of these lists are have can see competitive play. Yeah. I think that there just needs to be the understand the expectation kind of situation.
Yeah.
The Radigan's Marvelous Trap was probably my favorite card over the weekend completely. Seeing a non-Ruby deck just steal lore from people was so much fun. And essentially the Radigan's Trap was recurring Donald Duck for some people, forcing them to gain 25 to 30 lore just to win. It's insane.
I mean, I used that quite a bit this last couple of days. You playing that deck, and it's the funniest thing ever, especially now because I'm gonna put Blue Prince John in.
Oh, that's the one that grabs a it when you exert him and he grabs a
Idea.
I love that card. I love that card.
So just to get people just losing lore left and right.
Oh, whoops, my bad. Leaking the DMs. Um, anything else to say about this list? I feel like I don't know. We yapped about this list a lot and a couple other ones over the weekend.
I like this deck a lot. I think it can definitely be competitive.
Mhm.
I don't think he would play Surhiss or the Emerald Coil like in a normal format.
Yeah.
He would just forego like fighting the evasives, and he would just have to drown them.
Yeah. I feel like I was gonna say probably the same thing. I think everything except for Emerald Coil and Surhiss are like very, very good in this list. Or like good for like an actual like competitive play. Uh I love that the hidden Inkcaster is like finally seeing play and because we've had that card for 4 sets now and like it finally saw like a competitive stance, like on a competitive stage, which was so funny to me.
Which is definitely needed in this deck because
Oh
you,
yeah, how many
yeah,
uninkables is it? Like 20
4,
something.
8,
It's
10,
normally around 30.
Four, eight,
Zach normally plays
25.
10,
pretty low, so I'm sure he went safe.
12,
Yeah, it's like 25,
15,
unless my math's
15,
wrong.
19, 20, 20, 24.
I was off.
Still, that's a lot of uninkables. When I play
Yeah,
Ruby Sapphire, I think like what what was it? Like set 5 or set 6 Ruby Sapphire, like we were pushing probably like 16 to 18 and like we were all cringing like this is too
Anytime
many.
you're over 15, you're in a bad way.
Oh yeah, you're in a
yeah, but
very bad way.
this deck makes it really good because like you're just kind of mulliganing for like the popsicle and the hitting caster, and then like after your turn two, from there you can just keep going. You
You're
know,
just coasting.
especially
Yeah.
yeah, you're coasting, and then when you finally get the quills out, you're just sitting here like, cool, bet I can pop the caster if I need it for a bell or whatever.
Mhm.
So I mean, it was good. I also in mine I run hideaway just in
Yeah.
case.
I
Because
think
I
I
saw
think for
Din do
this
it, and I
deck
was like, "Oh, that's a good
in
idea."
in like regular not non-worlds competitive play, you absolutely have to play like hidden Inkcaster because the
Yeah,
amount of Ruby Sapphire decks you're probably gonna see during, especially during set champs.
yeah,
I imagine it's
definitely
gonna
during
be
set
too
champs.
many and a lot. So, all right, I want to talk about. Okay, we're gonna glaze over this one because this is Bivens like tried and true. I think like I don't think that he really changed much. I think most of us have like seen him play this list before. The only difference now I think is the Palace Guard.
I love that card, but yeah, I think it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, that's literally the only thing that's different in this list versus the Amethyst Steel list that he played previously. So this was like his comfort. Like I think every player had like their comfort pick, right? And I think this was Bivens' comfort pick for sure. But I want to talk about. You sent me
Nope,
this list
I
again.
did, but it was an accident.
Wow. Okay. Guess we're gonna talk about this list some more until until
Might
Fluff
be,
sends me the other one.
guys. I'm which one?
He's
The
struggling.
Oh,
one
It's
that
the
one. I got it. I got
the
it. I got
Amber
it.
Ruby
You can talk
list.
about the one Pete for Worlds.
That
Oh
that
my gosh.
that was crazy.
I
Because when
didn't
I found
realize
that out,
it.
I was like, I don't understand how you're doing this right
I
now,
didn't
sir.
realize he only had one Pete until top 4. Like I had no idea he was on one Pete until top 4. They were like, "Oh, here's the one Pete. We see it in his hand." I was like, "One Pete." I was like, "Oh my gosh, you have to he has a guarantee the bounce in his hand." That was wild.
Yeah, I didn't. But like watching him play, like how often did like I don't know. I mean, he's in World, so he knew something, right? So
It made sense for their reasoning of like not expecting to be prepped, and that's like in this deck at least Pete's like main focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corey said also here. He said also it's you're banning steel. It's not as important, which I
That
agree with. Like I think what did we talk about? I think everybody was kind of like, oh, like they're probably gonna auto ban steel.
yeah.
I did not see a lot of auto bans on steel, as many as I thought I was gonna see. There was definitely obviously like a lot, but I mean like it's kind of I get where he's coming from with that though, because you either are banning steel or you're banning ruby, depending on the deck they're playing, right? So it's like
Or
you're either gonna
Sapphire.
prep. Oh yeah, or sapphire. So you're either gonna get
Yeah.
prepped or you're gonna just get uh actioned and songed into oblivion.
I do think as
Yeah.
their day went on and they learned that the play, draw, despair based on what decks you would get to pick mattered so much that
hmm
they started to go more, I don't want to say mind games, but like abandoning the ban steal strategy if they knew they were going to be on draw the first game, so they were going to see the aggro deck.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
had to start
Yeah.
thinking about it that way.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I think that's where like everybody's like where I was talking about like oh like I don't think that everybody was just kind of like the auto ban like the aggro decks were crazy like
I mean, yeah, Din's aggro deck was just
was yeah Din's aggro deck
disgusting.
was nuts.
Yeah.
Speaking of
So
aggro decks,
I
you
did send
saw
in
Din ban this one.
he did
for a reason.
for a
I love
reason.
that. I love that
Where is
mini
it?
so
This card
much.
right here.
The
Yeah.
bodyguard mini.
Oh,
Yeah, the
bodyguard
one
mini
that
is
if you
crazy.
take damage, it like gains one, so like you're kind of like, oh crap, and has an 8. I love it. I can't wait after
What's this
rotation.
man's name? Gloyd?
Gloyd
Gloyd
Orange
Orangedale?
Boar.
Orange Boar?
Gloyd Orange Boar. He is a thievery in a card. He gains you one lore, your opponent loses one lore. That top decking that card when Bivens top decked that card, I was like, what card even is that? I was so lost. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
this deck is crazy. It's unique, and I like it a lot. And I think that that mini after rotation is gonna be a beautiful card. I think.
Oh, post rotation, that card's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy. Assuming that we
brawl,
don't see like
brawl, baby Sisu.
Brawl come back. Well, I think if Brawl comes back, fine. If Big Sisu got reprinted, I think that would obviously like potentially make it a little worse. Little Sisu also, what is
Or
that? Daring Visitor.
is it Medusa that does the 3 costs or Tremaine?
Yeah, Medusa.
Medusa, yeah.
Yeah,
Medusa
Medusa,
comes
but
back
like
too.
I'm not that worried about. I feel like I'm not as like worried about Medusa.
Yeah. But yeah, I
It's
love
kind of
that
like
mini.
meh.
And I'm glad that he played her to show it to have play. I like it a
Did
lot.
she even come out on the field?
It was in his deck, and it's what kind of
Oh, got it. I
got
It's
when I
fire with Rapunzel. It's probably very scary.
when
yeah
I saw that
maximum
he was
value.
playing Ruby Amber, I thought it was gonna be like I thought this list was gonna be his like mid-rangey, I guess, list, and this was his aggro list, and I was like, holy crap! And then he played LeFou. Like he played some cards that like I don't think some people like really thought about, which I thought was really good. But
I mean, didn't that happen during the tournament? Like he played a card, or somebody played a card, and his opponent grabbed it and was like, "What does it do?" Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm sure that was happening a lot over the weekend, right? Because
Imagine that
like
happened a lot, dude.
I was gonna say like the amount of cards that you have to like pull in to make some of your decks like reasonably good for a tournament like that. Like it's definitely some cards that other people have not looked at, thought about.
I could only
Cons-
imagine in those first few rounds of Sealed as well. We were looking at all the
oh
cards.
yeah, I wish we
This
could
is
see
All
like
they
all the
did was get
rounds
this
to
of
was
learn about
yeah.
Jake cards all weekend.
This was in this. What does it do? I don't know. Oh, okay.
I love the Simba too. The Simba was probably my favorite. I think at one point he had like Daisy Simba, and he just played a Piglet
I'm leaving.
or something, and he like LeFou'd his like Piglet or his Simba back up, and I was like, oh my god, that is
That's
so
like
good.
that's
Seeing all the three questers like Simba, Pinocchio, and then the other Flavor Sham little guy, the green
Oh
one, all
yeah, the
getting
little flavor
played
fam.
was crazy.
Dude, yeah, it
Definitely
was nuts.
unexpected.
It's
I
fat.
loved it though.
Those are
You're going
fast.
fast. You're going fast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you're
Especially
not
if
really
you
like
yeah,
worried about the steal, right? Like you're not
that's what
having
I'm
to worry
saying.
about
True.
it.
You're not worried about
Yeah.
the steal, and if you know your opponent is like you just beat the red, so you're like, oh, bet he's definitely not gonna have brawl or any of that. I'm
And you
pulling this
really
out.
saw these guys, Jim Deere and the Prince, get taken advantage of a lot with the same no steal mentality. Just let me hide
Mhm.
behind a little bodyguard.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love that all of his like even his gym deer is a 04. So like 90% of the time like you're potentially swinging two characters into it, right? So like
yeah,
the 04 05s, even if it's an O, like 0
Yeah, you
power
don't
is
care.
fine. Like all I care about is that you have to use two characters to take out my one bodyguard, and then the chances of you taking out my other characters are like lower, right?
slim.
So there is an Olivia Flaversham that does quest for 3. There's
Yeah,
also a
that's right.
Hiram that quests
Yeah,
for 3.
manage
Oh
time.
shoot, I
Yeah,
forgot about him. I didn't see him. Did anyone play that? Nobody beats
Nobody
anyone
played
went
Hiram. People
fast.
did play Olivia.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did not see Hiram at all.
Blue's too good
Um,
to be using for the fast core.
who's this? This is okay. These are Ed's lists.
it
Which one
wasn't
do
in
we
order.
want to?
Okay.
It's
I
fine.
love
Which one do
this
we want
one.
to? You want to talk about this one? We can talk about this one first. I love that he played Amber Steel, and I love that people did not ban it. It was so fun to watch him play this list, and I love that I think that this list was like so good with the beast in this format. I think
Yeah,
beast in other format, like regular format, I don't think as good,
poopy.
but I thought like he just had like it was crazy because this was definitely like aggro for him, I think.
The Namari, I think, is like the best card.
Yeah, that's why exactly why this is cool. What you both said, the idea of this thriving with Beast and Amari over Wheel definitely makes it cool. And I think the 4 aerial might be a little much, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
how many actions is he playing? Like the normal 4, 8, 12,
four,
16?
eight.
That's like
Yeah,
the normal. And he's like playing the Be Our Guest, which I love. That was like set
thins the deck out, but
set
on the
1, set
opposite side
2.
of Ariel.
Yeah, it's set 1, set 2
it makes
song. We played
sense.
that list or played that card and song in
Yeah,
set 1,
because you
set
have
2.
more action, you have more characters, so you're gonna get them in your hand, and then
You
you get
don't
to pick.
really
So
What, Matt?
I like.
you don't really want to be playing like Doc or Desperate Plan in this. So like
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like Be Our Guest works fine to like find Beast and Amari as your engine.
Yeah, or it lets you find
Rapunzel or
the
Pete if
Rapunzel
needed.
if you need it, which I love, or the Pete if you need it for
Yeah,
like that turn or the
Pete,
next,
good
which
for Pete. Something I have not thought about.
yeah, digging for Pete is insane to think about.
It'd be
Like,
amazing.
oh yeah. I couldn't imagine like wheeling. Could you imagine like wheeling not having the Pete and then like playing BR like singing Be Our Guest to find the
To get
Pete?
into it.
And then you get it, and you're like, "Oh, play it," and your opponent's like, "Thanks,
Your
that's cool,
opponents would
sick."
absolutely hate you.
Yeah, you're singing
Singing
like
Be Our
sick.
Guest, shooting something with Sonic Warrior, I'm sure would have been irritating to play against.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he did that a couple times
Oh
during
yeah,
the
I
most
tournament
didn't see,
too.
but I'm
that
sure
is probably the most annoying thing.
you're like sick,
Opening
add
Yeah.
a
cards.
sculpted card to your hand and then kill my guy. Very cool.
You're like, "Thanks."
Yeah, I do really like I think that the Rhino did him really really good too. On the matches that I was able to like watch with him playing. But like I just felt at like every time I watched him play, like somebody let him play this list, he was going so fast. It was constantly um uh hold on one second.
Yeah, it was a good one, especially that Rhino. That resist two really just kills.
Yeah,
You
their
know,
big main difference of this list is he went for 4 Troubadour, 4 Ursula, Vanessa, and no Shmi, no Lawrence. Just
He
so we all
wanted to
go through.
sing. He wanted to be able to sing
We
his
won
song.
and
the
no,
singers, and then we won our 5 drops.
yeah,
Oh
no
yeah.
Bianca either.
Yeah, that card sucks.
I think in this list that card does
I'm
suck.
sorry,
Like
Dom. I'm sorry, Dom.
I think in this list the Bianca this list in that format Bianca does kind of suck.
Well, and
Like
Bianca's there to sing wheel for not wheeling. Like there's
yeah,
no,
and if you're not
you
wheeling then
know.
it doesn't matter. Like you have the Namari and the Beast to like filter you through your deck.
Does
So
anyone know what the biggest the Namari got is over the weekend?
I don't
Oh,
know.
should have
I need
made
to
Every
sure
try
of
time
that.
I saw Namari, he was putting it into the inkwell.
Oh,
Oh no, guys, we hurt Bianca's feelings.
Oh, see, I knew. I'm sorry.
that's crazy.
Dom's in shambles.
Dom
He's
runs
in
like
shambles.
5
He
Bianca's in
plays
his
like
deck.
14 in this thing.
Yeah, he makes sure to have it every turn.
That's so funny. All right, so his other list. Do we want to talk about this one or this one?
In sealed, I was seeing people play. I believe his name is Orville, the bird that when you play Bianca, he gets evasive. And I
Oh
kept
yeah, he
Yeah,
waiting
gets
for like,
evasive.
oh my god, someone play the Bianca and give him evasive to kill something.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
I think Zahn was playing in the first match.
Yeah, he did play it in the first match. So this is Ed's other list. I think this is like the one of. I think he opted for 2 comfort lists, in my opinion, because
right.
like this list is very like straightforward to the point, as well as the
I'm gonna use the phrase. They're both generic lists. Like
yeah.
when I think of Amethyst Emerald and Ruby Sapphire, I
You
think
can
of
bring
these two.
you can bring these two to your set champ. You should be chill.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. I think too, like Ed. I think they said it so many times over the weekend, right? Like he is so consistent because almost all of his lists. Corey makes a good point in the chat that most of his lists are 4 of everything
Yeah,
or almost 4 of everything. Like literally
he's my
the only thing that's
favorite
a
deck
1 of in this
builder.
list is the Lucky Dime. No preps at all, only the Sisus. This list, it's 4 ofs or 3. And I think it's only what? 1, 2, 3 cards or 3 or 4 cards or 3 ofs, and then the rest of it's 4 ofs. And then the same thing with this list. Everything's a 4 of. So like Ed is a very consistent player, and it really really shows in his deck building when it came to like coming into the worlds like triple constructed. And I like love that so much. This list is absolutely one you can take to set champs.
Yeah, I
yeah.
think Ed's the best deck builder in the game.
Oh
I
yeah.
love playing his lists. They always make a lot of sense. I know. I think he gave Sky credit for the Amber Steel list, so shout out Sky.
Mhm. Yeah. I watched him. I think when I watched him play this list, he literally turn 1. I don't even. I think it was. I don't remember which Diablo it was. It was one of these 2, and then he turn 2 shifted, pitched wrong lever, and then proceeded to draw over the course of the next 3 turns like 7 or 8 cards. Like cuz he was just like sing, 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 genie, something. Like and he just kept
Oh
like drawing
yeah.
and ripping, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, like that is just like so good."
Was that top 4 or top 8? Or yeah, he just played a draw 2 card
I think
every
it was
turn, like
top
4 or 5 turns in a row.
Yeah, I think it was top 4. It was nuts.
No,
And I was
I
just
don't.
like,
Which one was the one that took like 12 minutes? Because it wasn't that one. It was one before that one.
okay, it was top 8 then.
Yeah.
That's so mean. Don't say stuff like that.
I'm just saying, I
But
didn't watch that one. I didn't have
This man
time.
missed
So
it.
but this was his Ruby Sapphire list. Also, I think this is like a really standard list right now.
yeah.
I think the only like difference is that like to like a competitive like normal competitive play is that some lists aren't playing the visions.
Vision. They're playing
Yeah.
like Be
This is
Present and
just the
Maui.
Yeah,
very
some lists
Ed
aren't playing
Blue
visions, and then some lists don't play fishbone or only play 2 fishbone.
It's just a
Yeah.
very Ed Blue Red of wanting to 4 of everything, where I feel
Mhm.
like most Blue Reds sacrifice numbers to just play more cards.
Mhm. Yeah.
The 4 Visions is interesting.
Yeah.
I think that card's very good, but it has fallen out of favor for this colorway.
Which is kind of surprising because like I feel like people love digging like
I love that.
digging
Yeah.
in 5 is like he was banning blue, I think, so didn't need Maui.
Yeah, he was paying
Oh, he
blue.
was. Yeah. That's true. But yeah. I still like this list. I would change a couple things cuz I felt like watching him play a little bit, I was like, oh my god, where's the be prepared? And then like, because like obviously we don't know the lists, like when we were just watching, so we were just kind of going off of what the caster said. And then somebody was like, oh yeah, he doesn't play any be prepared, and
Yeah, I couldn't. I'd be
I was like,
nervous.
no, be prepared, and I like started to get anxiety for it. But
Yeah.
like he did really well over the weekend with
I
it,
mean,
and I
got
feel like
second, so
yeah, so it was nuts. It was awesome watching him play these lists though, for sure. All right, and then we're gonna talk about his tried and true list, obviously.
he
DKP's.
played a carpet bag.
Yeah, he played Carpetbag because he wasn't playing a full-on item list,
Oh
and he needed
man,
a way to like recur and like get value
I
because he's
lo-
not playing any
I
Maurices.
I like
Say it.
and
Say it.
love carpet bag.
Say it.
I think it's such a good card. Like just having one of it and you're like going through your deck a lot. I like that card. I mean, it's 5, it's uninkable, and you have to pay, but having one, I don't think it'll kill you. I mean, he is the winner, like hands down. So clearly, it was a good idea.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I want to play this list at Set Champs.
It's a hard list, and he says it
It
over and
is.
over again. Like
It
he
is.
is such, like he yeah, he says how hard this list is to play, and you can't just pick it up and play it.
I've
Two
seen a
big
couple people
Sisus
pick
and
this
one
list up and not
Hades.
play it very well.
Most, I mean, I see a lot of people pick this list up and not play it well at all. I know people who've done it, and then they're like, I can't do it. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, first of all, I don't know why you're inking all 4 of your sharks. That's weird. Couldn't be me though. Then you play, I see people play McDuck Manor, then they hide away, and they're like, that's what I'm supposed to do. And I'm like, yeah, and I win. So it's hard. It's a hard list, but he did it, and the way he played it blew my mind.
Yeah.
Favorite play is when he went Maui, McDuck Manor to McDuck Manor to McDuck Manor, and then won. It was
I think
awesome.
at one point during one of his games, he literally had all 4 manors out.
Wouldn't doubt it. The guy is just crazy, and I love the
Yeah.
list.
This was definitely his comfort pick though. I have a love-hate relationship with this one of Hades. Like I don't know how I feel about it, you know?
He has vision, so he's able to search for things, and like truly, I mean, he knows what you have, so he knows what he needs to Hades, and I know what time he needs to Hades, so he'll have it in his hand. I feel.
Yeah,
He
that's
was
true.
playing 2 for quite a while, his last version. Then he switched it for the 1 carpet bag. So he obviously felt like that was better than playing a second one. So he couldn't have thought it was that great.
But yeah, that's his list there. And then we have oh my gosh. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh. I
the
cannot believe
brooms.
that he took this to a freaking world.
No.
This list is
Not only
crazy.
took it to Worlds, but won Worlds using
Yeah.
this list as one of his 3.
Yeah.
We
This
saw
list
this
is
list at
so crazy.
CCS
Yeah, this list is insane and super funny.
because you only run 8 brooms. That's crazy. You call it a broom deck with only 8 of something.
Okay, look, but you're playing the Jensen, and that's all that matters.
That's
Okay.
crazy because when I put 8 puppies in a
This
deck, it
is-
wasn't a puppies deck.
This
It
is like a
wasn't.
regular purple steel deck with 8 different cards.
Yeah.
Well, 12. 'cause
Literally,
the- oh,
literally
8,
only
yeah,
8
you
because
don't-
it's
yeah,
just the Jensen and
Jensen,
the evasive
yeah.
room.
Um,
Yeah.
But those 2 like just make it work because I guess like the young Sid you can draw and then it's just
Yeah,
fast.
the Yen Sid is very good. Get to quest for 3, draw a card. Having to play the steel broom, not so great.
What does the steel one do?
It
It's
just gains
evasive
evasive
on your
turn.
turn.
Yeah, that's it.
It's
I mean,
not the worst
it
card,
can slap Diablo and live.
but like you can just play cannon, so it seems unnecessary.
But I guess you play
What
it
is,
just so
what
you
is he
make sure you have one and
sacrificing to
one.
play here?
What's he sacrificing for what?
To play
For
the
the
steel
broom.
broom against
Yeah.
The snake? Oh no, never mind.
No,
He has
snake's right there.
There's no Lawrence, no Rose.
Oh yeah.
We're obviously not Zeusing because we're Duck. We're only 2 genies. That's kind of crazy. That might be one of the More surprising things.
He bounced his genies back every chance he got, though, when I was watching him play. Like, his genies,
He made it look like he had 5.
yeah, generally didn't stay on the board. Like, it wasn't his, like, massive, like, lore gain card, I don't think, until it was, like, endgame.
It's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anytime he turned it sideways, it ended up back in his hand if he did leave it on the board. From like, what I saw. So.
This was his fast list right here. But then,
Yeah, but I love this list. This list
let me
was so
rephrase
fun.
that. It wasn't his fast list because even though this was fast, his next list is the fastest list I've seen.
What is that list compared to the CCS winning list?
I think
It's got to be fairly similar, right?
I'm pretty sure it's very similar.
See, also
Hold on.
2 genies.
Are we able to pull that list up? Ink Decks. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I can pull it up.
Yeah, you got it? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, I think that this list is like very, very similar, if not like pretty much identical to the CCS list.
Because the CCS guy was also like involved with world class cards or whatever. His like
I
roommate
sent it to
was.
you. He runs 2 genie, or he runs 3 genies.
Oh, he didn't play any library. The guy didn't
Yeah.
play any library. Only played 3 goats, but played 3 genie. 3 snakes is different.
Oh, didn't play friends.
Oh, he didn't play friends. You're right.
A lot of them don't play friends, but that's why the genie was more interesting.
Hmm.
So different list. You can see how far
I feel like this
takes
list
us.
performed really well for him though over the weekend when he was playing it.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like it was still like really good.
But our friend that won the CCS, he's like involved with world class cards, or his roommate was, something like that.
Yeah, I think his roommate was.
So this has to be like the same list, same group of minds, like behind
Probably.
that deck.
Yeah.
Had people test it for him, see how it performs.
Oh yeah, his roommate was on world class cards.
And then once they saw it do well there and worked on it more, he was like, "We're bringing this to the world. We're winning with it."
He did it.
He did it, yeah.
You get 2 yen sids out, and you just like you're questing for like 9.
It's game.
Like,
yeah,
it's crazy.
It's over at that point.
But
this list though.
This
list was
this was scary.
Absolutely insane.
I see this at set champs. I'm crying.
Oh, I'm playing this at set champs. No,
seeing Hera and somebody's hand was crazy.
What does it do?
It just has ward.
It just has ward.
And it's for 2.
And yeah, if you have a Hercules gains something. If you have a Zeus, the Zeus gains something. I think it's like ward and evasive.
I will
Hercules gains evasive and Zeus gains ward.
So yeah, I will play every inkable 2-quester with ward.
And then he played Jetsam.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the guy was talking about it online. I think one of the commentators was like, he only plays Jetsam, which has ward.
It's because of ward.
If you play a Flotsam, it gains. It also gains it, but he doesn't play the other one. He only
but Flotsam also has evasive. So, and like the Flotsam Jetsam, it's like when one gain, like Flotsam would gain ward and Jetsam would gain evasive. So they both
I
be
think
ward
all
evasive.
the other ones are purple. Purple.
Amethyst, yeah.
Yeah, amethyst.
There's a emerald Flotsam.
Emerald ones.
Yeah, there's an emerald Flotsam as well.
Yeah.
Flotsam is a 5-drop. That is why he did not play it.
Yeah. And then there's the Olivia right there.
Right? Yeah, the Olivia Flavisham.
Yeah.
Are you gonna help me find my father?
Nope.
Yeah.
What? He's gone. He's gone.
He is gone. R.I.P. the goat.
Yeah, this right here though, crazy list. And if I see that, I'm gonna cry.
I love that he played 4 Baloo. 4
Where's
Baloo.
The you came back.
Why would he need you came back?
He's
got Sven.
Came back is cheaper.
Yeah, but Sven
can't
also
play the uninkable. This has got to be so many uninkables. Yeah.
This one, yeah, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Jesus. Yeah, but nothing costs. He only has 4 cards that cost 4. So it's like
Yeah.
it's like doesn't matter kind of
Yeah,
situation.
and you play it. Yeah, your opponent. That's such a crazy deck, especially
I
to
need the
win.
good job you came back.
Good job, Piglet.
Yeah, that's 8 more, bro.
Yeah.
You're just sitting here crying at that point.
Yeah, it's happened to me.
The number of people that played like Piglet with a 3-quester was like insane over the weekend, over the Worlds weekend. Like questing for 6 on top of every other card you probably have was like nuts.
Yeah, and you can't. I think when he played against Bivens, he played this against Blue, or played it against Sapphire,
Emerald.
Emerald items, right? And then it
Mhm.
just he had no response to it. There's nothing he
Yeah.
could have done. So
I
yeah,
think
it's
cuz he
always the
also
best.
he spend his Piglet back up. So like he was like still going to quest again for 5 the next turn because he had no way to get rid of the Piglet.
It's so brutal.
Playing
Mhm.
something like this against a field where you know there's no song probably feels pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But again, taking
Look at
this
all
to your
these
set champs.
Look at all these
Uh,
Yeah,
one
you're playing
characters.
40% song at your set chain.
Oh yeah,
yeah, you're not gonna get very far with this,
absolutely not. Yeah, no.
especially if you lose that die roll.
You know, it's crazy how
Uh-huh.
this flavor shit I get stormed every time.
Every single time.
My piglet doesn't live as soon as I put it down. That's crazy.
Why is
Didn't
this
see that
happening to
coming.
me?
No.
Oh my
I've
god,
seen
hold
this
on.
at Worlds.
It
Yeah,
worked
that's
at
what we're
Worlds.
gonna
Why
hear.
isn't it working here?
We're definitely gonna hear that like
I feel
all
like
set
I
champs.
am
just like no
sure.
way. It's so
I am
obvious. Like
absolutely sure. I wonder. So obviously, we also got a ton of announcements um, on our coming season
It's gonna
for
be good.
Lorcana. We're gonna swing King in. I think we're gonna eventually have a couple other Ohana
Oh shit,
members
he's
join the
dead.
chat,
Dead.
but
being
we got some information
What
that some
information?
people were not super happy about,
That's well known.
but we are happy
We are. I
because
am.
we have information.
Yeah.
Are we
Hello.
all ecstatic? Not
Oh,
really.
you can
Yeah.
hear. Oh, sorry. I didn't know you guys hear me.
it didn't
Yes, we
take
can now.
Yeah.
how long it
My
took
bad.
them to give me the information. I'm not happy about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did take long. It kind of feels like at that point it took so long. The game kind of got like,
What
why
I
are we
do, I'm
playing?
glad that we got it like all pretty much at once instead of in
Mhm.
pieces.
Which is famous for,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whether you're happy about the locations or not, I think that's good that you can start planning if it's that serious to you.
Us in North Carolina are pretty happy with the locations.
Oh yeah,
Can't
North
lie.
Carolina is super happy with locations. We are
I'm biased.
we got another one in the chat. Welcome to
Yoo!
Corey Smash and King joining in. We're
Love
gonna
it.
yap about
The K brothers. We just need one more brother, and we're the
no,
It's
K
crazy.
Changing
no.
my name. Changing my name.
There it is. There it
Oh my
is. Just put a
goodness.
C on there.
We're just potassium cubed.
There it is.
I'm trying to find where I can pull up the announcements.
Oh, I got it. Well, I got the.
www.announcements.com.
Oh wow, hilarious.
You're so funny.
I
So,
try, guys.
I've priced out 3, 4 of the
News.
places for flights already. I sent the picture to the group chat, but like, it's really cheap. Like the Milwaukee flight, $230 round trip, and that's like with. I don't know Southwest. I've never flown with them before, but that's with Southwest.
It's
So
a plan.
like $250 and that's flying out Thursday, returning
Monday.
Sunday. I did Sunday actually because they have a late flight back. So I was like, oh my god, I can actually be back home.
I
Maybe
need time to accept my trophy and stuff.
So I didn't mean like they have to fly for like $650 that night. Wait a minute, now that I think about it, we are going into the Yu-Gi-Oh. Never mind. I'll go back to Monday. Yeah.
I'm actually like I know for some people it's gonna be obviously kind of
sluggish.
pricey to travel
In what
to
way?
some of the Well, because like you have to think about it that like the closest, so like it's literally mid northwest, or not even mid northwest, not even west. It's just like middle of the state, Milwaukee, all the way in the north, practically on the Canadian border.
That's the
And then
first
you
one,
have,
right?
yeah,
In
Okay.
and then you
October?
have Richmond, which
That's gonna
is
be cold.
a strong like 5 hour drive, not even 5 hour drive for us.
For us?
45-minute
40.
drive. Yes, ma'am.
It's
45 minutes.
But it's East Coast, right? And then you have Indy, which is northeast. So like
And
there's
But
nothing in
everyone's
the
used to
west.
going to Indy. Everyone's used to going to Indy because of Gen Con, correct?
Never
Yeah,
been to Gen
and
Con,
it's
but-
literally a month before Gen Con too. So like people are gonna
Now,
be shelling out money for that. that
that
one.
one I kind of am, because the Gen
Is it?
Con plus the DLC maybe. But I did the math for just Richmond and Milwaukee so far, and part of like the Japan flight. I'm still California will still cost more for me to fly out to California for their events out there than those 3 flights.
Yeah,
That right
but
there
that's
alone
what
is-
you have to think about too, though, right? Because like everybody in California is now having to fly out here.
But it's
Yeah, it's
cheaper,
to
though.
fly out here.
It's cheaper to fly
That's
out here.
true, yeah. It's still
It's-
expensive
and-
to fly, like flying like across the country.
It's
though.
cheaper to fly out here. All of the cities they did are known for having big conventions. So there's
The hotels are
hotels
cheap.
near the convention center that are all cheap. They all probably have connections to the convention center to offer discounted rates on rooms. So like,
So we're just logic when they came up with these locations.
I think the bigger part of it was the vendor that they paired with. I think what's it?
Pastime.
Pastimes. I think Pastimes they like already have because they do PAX and like other events and stuff like that, so they're very familiar with like these bigger convention centers. So
Crazy.
I'm sure they
Have
just
we-
Does anyone know
It's logical.
What, Matt?
if any of the European DLCs are at repeat places, or are they also at different cities?
I'm gonna butcher this, but
Dortmund.
Bologna.
Was Bologna
So-
again?
Yeah,
Bologna,
that,
So,
They had that
Bologna,
last year,
yeah.
right?
yeah, that one was the same as that one was a repeat from last year.
Okay. 'Cause I thought
And
they all seem kind of different.
there's Ghent, and what was the last one?
Dortmund.
We have
Dortmund. Yeah, all 3 of them, aren't they all repeats?
I know we had Germany. I don't know if we had Dortmund.
I don't know.
Not
if they
gonna
I
were-
don't
lie.
remember it being
I didn't
Dortmund.
pay attention to the European deal.
Just because I was just going to note how ours are all different. So, like, that's fine with me that they're
Yeah.
obviously being spread out would be better. But the fact that they're all different, that they're in the East, Mid-East
Yeah.
is what it is. Next year
Yeah,
might
but
be all
we
like
have confirmed
West.
in spot. Sorry,
Yeah,
Matt.
Dortmund isn't a repeat. Dom said so.
Dortmund isn't a repeat.
No.
Dom would know
That's what I
that.
thought. Yeah, I would have.
Uh,
Thanks, Dom.
remembered too.
He
Our
said
German
it
expert.
was
Love
Bochum.
it.
It was Bochum.
Oh,
last
it
year.
was Bochum. You're right. I remember
But-
that.
I think the elephant in the room is just that there's only 3.
yeah.
I know for myself. TJ said I'm echoing off of somebody.
Maybe me
Probably you.
It's probably me.
I don't.
or
hear it.
King. Probably King.
Yeah, I only have a.
Oh,
I'm
he probably doesn't have me muted in Discord like a moron.
I'm not in Discord. So
No,
Not you.
I'm talking about TJ.
Oh,
TJ.
that hurt my heart.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I think that's like the obvious elephant in the room for both us and EU. I think that's people's biggest issue. Obviously, the locations are part of the problem because a lot of people in Canada aren't able to travel to the U.S. right now. A lot of people in Mexico aren't able to travel to the U.S. right now. And then a lot of West Coasters are used to having things fall in their lap because they're in California and that's where all the events happen. And Vegas is usually almost always going to have multiple major events every year for every other card game. So it's just kind of like one of those things where it's inconvenient. But
And then especially like if you're only playing, like I know a lot of people aren't going to be playing the Infinity format. Like I'm personally not going to play the Infinity format. So the third
Oh,
DLC.
I am going to
is
slam
not
my
like-
Hiram flavor jams on the table, assuming he doesn't get banned on the ban list.
Did
Just to get hit with
EU
Brawl.
get less events as well?
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
EU
So,
also went down to 3.
Yeah.
have we not? I mean, earlier today, we watched, watched the Twitch stream where they announced in the Twitch stream that they won. Well, I guess we're going to get to it soon with third parties, but like there is more information to come within the next 5 days. So, like, I understand people's hesitation and want to jump out the window, but like, I know because we waited 7-8 months to only get 3 dates, but we also waited to ensure we got a lot of information laid out at once. Like I know we only have 3 dates here in US, but we have 3 dates in EU. We have dates set in China, dates set in Japan, dates set in Brazil. And like me and Corey were talking about earlier, this game has been together for a year, maybe 2 years, and we are now worldwide in 2 years, and literally we're touching that many hearts and minds. That's so hard for a game to do. That I mean,
Hey, man, we don't need that logic here. We don't like that logic here.
Yeah, the
That's
logic,
too hard.
the logic of expansion being a good thing isn't valid because we lost half of our DLCs. So
Yeah.
But
people are mad. I mean, I get the whole, like, especially because they didn't increase the population. Or
that
how
I was
should say that?
I was gonna say that's the bigger issue. That's like really the only issue I have because like I understand like a growing company, even if people want to argue, the groundwork's been laid out by Konami, by Hasbro, by Pokemon
Everybody.
Company.
Yeah.
Like the groundwork's been laid out, yeah, but you also Ravensburger as a company has to build up the logistical like connections that they have that those companies have had 20 plus years to develop.
Mm-hmm.
So
they didn't start off like
they're a puzzle
strong.
company.
Yeah,
They're puzzle and board game companies, so they're not going to have those kind of connections.
Exactly.
And for them to not increase the cap is like my only qualm, and I don't even know
what 2048.
Yeah, 2048. And then like obviously they said they're going to give out as many attendee badges as the capacity would allow them to have. So
wait. Is that confirmed? Because I also saw them say it
they
on
said
the
it in the
site.
stream.
They said it in the stream.
So in the stream today it was 2048 confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do another. Have we tested Pastime's webpage yet? I've only looked at it on my phone.
No, the person in their channel said that they typically use Eventbrite for tickets.
So it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same situation.
Back to Eventbrite raffle stats.
Yeah, doing this. Oh, come on, reload.
I mean, that's how everything does it.
How else would they do?
Like Pokemon does the same thing with RK9. Bandai also uses a lottery system for all their events.
I think, I was gonna say One Piece does that, right?
Konami doesn't because they have like so many events because there's regionals like every weekend all across the country. So it's like they're like 400 people events, so they don't need to have that sort of like groundwork laid out.
I could see them move into the companion app, like the Bandai does theirs once it's up and running.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I could see that.
That
just
seems
a lot
like a
better,
nightmare.
I think that if they do that though, they need to do it way better than Bandai.
I just like in the raffle system where you just have like a week to sign up, and then they tell you at the end if you're in or not. So you
because I got in for the Dallas thing. I remember that one.
Let's slide back. You don't really worry about it. You're just like, you can do it whenever, and if you do it, you do it.
My only issue with that is I'm worried about people having like duplicate accounts. You know,
there's a lot of problems with that. Obviously,
well, hold on.
Half your group gets it and feels bad.
I want to slide back 1 second because I want to make sure I'm understanding everything correctly. Like, because I'm hearing it, but like, we are still using Melee. I got that part.
No.
We're still using. No, sorry. We're still using Eventbrite to sign up for the events. We will find out the information next week on the 10th
about what
information
for updates for from the new guy, because he said in the stream, the guy said
Coop, the OP manager.
We'll learn more about third-party events and more about the DLCs. Didn't they speculate having more DLCs though? Like, was it not a speculation in the chat?
No.
Or excuse me, the Twitch?
There probably was, but it wasn't correct.
Yeah, no. So Rochelle said that there will be more DLCs in 2026, but they will be a part of season 3.
Yeah.
So after we have
yes.
the next.
Okay.
The
So
next nationals.
people weren't happy about that because they're like, oh, now we have to wait for another whole season. But it's like, I think they're gonna prepare us for like, we still have to get through all of this and stuff like that. I mean, you can't
I think
have
also
a
people
million.
are assuming that it's going to be the same situation that it was this year, right? Where it's we wait 7
7
months to
months.
get, some information. But I like to
Sure,
kind
it's
of
better.
piggyback off of what Corey said earlier. We have to remember, like as a community, that Ravensburger did not. This is part of the reason why they waited a full year before they started doing competitive play. This was their first year of competitive play, was season 1, obviously. And they spent the last, 6 months hiring people, training people, figuring out if they were going to do more of it, like where they were going to do the events. Like they did all of that in 6 months where it normally takes a year to like do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and then
and
even just to go back to the season 1, our first event was supposed to be 500 players, and they
Yeah.
quadrupled it.
This is very true.
yeah,
And they did it. They quadrupled it, and then had to figure out the logistics in 2 months. Which obviously we know, like PPG was like their main tournament organizer, so PPG was like, we can make it happen. Just tell us.
Yeah.
So I mean that definitely helped. But them not having PPG and having a different organizer for this season, again, they have to get
they have to build that
connections.
relationship and
Yeah.
figure out like how
Yeah.
Pastime runs things, because now they're used to PPG and they're having to rework their entire system essentially.
Here's the thing, though. There's no way that here, baby. There's no way we don't use PPG again for DLC. I just don't see that happening. And like, I just feel like
they're
they're
not.
diversifying. I just they're going to.
The fact
They
that
said in the stream today. They said in the stream that they want to use. I gotta wait till we get to the third party thing, because unless I'm missing something, third party means anybody but
Ravensburger.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but PPG, that I'll go ahead and say this. I don't. Everybody's glazing CCS, and don't get me wrong. I love CCS.
I love
love
CCS.
Charlie.
We all love
I love that. I go to every event that I can there. But everybody's like tearing down Ravensburger for there being 4 events in the next year, and then they're glazing CCS for having 4 events in the next, or 5 events in the next year. So it's just like
that are only like 200 people or 300.
no, they'll be bigger. They'll be bigger because there's
Yeah.
25K on the line.
That is okay. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah.
But up until this point, their tournaments are localized. It's always 1 week after release. Everybody knows that. And then it's the crowd. Like I think the biggest one was like 330 people.
Yeah.
And it's like that is a fraction of a DLC. Like, so and then there's still like obviously there will be guests attending because there's people that are going to travel and not play, but not nearly the same as people are going to be vying for attendee badges at a DLC, because the prize wall at a DLC has cards that are worth hundreds of dollars. The prize wall at CCS had a booster box. Like it's not like comparable.
See, here's the thing though. There's no way we don't. All right, we use CCS. They announced it just like this. PPG announced their events that happened this week. Well, there's going to happen this weekend.
Tomorrow.
Then right after that,
Texas one.
Ravensburger announced the DLCs. Literally, I think a day later, maybe, CCS announced their events status.
Yeah.
Those 2 companies are going to. I mean, I'm obviously speculating. I feel like those 2 companies are going to have some type of deal with Ravensburger to where they'll do a mini DLC or some type of little side event, because like it just makes sense. And I know that Ravensburger is all about inclusivity and growing together with as many people as possible. And they had a great working relationship with Machado. Like they didn't have a bad working relationship. So like, I don't see that not happening, but I could be wrong. It just makes a lot of sense though.
There's one thing that tells me that they're not going to work with PPG, and depending on CCS, probably not CCS, and that's the fact that all of their tournaments are cash based.
See, that's the only thing I was worried about too, was the cash part.
If they were cool with that, they would let stores run set champs for cash.
Yeah, I agree.
And
that's like what we come back to every single time we have this conversation, though.
They're not going to let a third party that give an invite to their Continentals and give you $10,000.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not going to happen.
I mean, it's not gonna hold you.
Uninformed,
It'll be interesting.
but do we have the dates for next year's Continentals and Worlds?
Yeah,
not Worlds.
Yes.
Not World, but
Continentals.
Continentals.
Yeah.
August
When is
26th
it?
to 28th.
It's August
August.
26th to the 28th, and then September 6th to the 7th, I think.
So
Yeah.
like the season's dates will be very different. from
Now,
the first
Matt,
one.
I just want to make sure. How far are you from that? Because it's probably going to be in Cali again. So how far are you from that? Or are you going to be from that in August time frame?
Where I live is
Probably.
like so far. Like,
Are you
Well,
on never mind then. I was about to say, can you trying to save a couple dollars?
So the
could drive right now.
He'll be here.
so it will be different timing than this year, but they said that that's going to be the standardized time going forward.
Yeah, moving forward.
Because they basically want to time up the ending of the competitive season with rotation. So basically, it'll be like the season ends, like, because rotation is always going to be like end of August, early September. So it'll be like NA Continentals, probably EU Continentals, and then like 2 weeks later, when like the rotation is legal, they'll probably have Worlds, and then we'll get Worlds probably in the new format. So
because I was confused as a newer card player if like the card season actually was the same every year, or it just kind of starts up and starts whenever it wants.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think
you said
they
makes a lot of sense.
But they said they're going to standardize it around rotation, which is kind of what I think I said in the chat whenever they announced that Worlds was going to be this time, and then I said, "Oh, we'll probably get DLCs end of September, early October, just to start us off with the new season after rotation." So, and then that's kind of exactly what happened. It just made sense.
And those perfect little gaps in between, like I looked at all the dates compared, like on the calendar. Those dates are like perfectly aligned out so far, and I was like, okay. The only one that kind of threw me a little bit, I was like, okay, this makes sense now. Was the I believe it's the middle, the January, no, not January, Richmond. No, sorry, the last one, the third one,
Indianapolis.
This only one that threw me a little bit, but then I realized a month later or a month before is going to be. Is it before or after? It's going to be the con.
It's after. Gen
Okay,
Con's
so
after.
yeah, that's the only
Yeah,
thing I
Gen
thought
Con's
about.
the beginning of August.
They probably planned around that because they're going to be there double time. Like they're going to be, they got to be there for the DLC and then turn right back around and be there again. So I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. But everything lines up with rotation, new sets plus rotations, and like I don't know if they're going to be able to fit those third parties in there, but they gave us that 3 or 4 month bump time frame for third parties. So I was like, this is going to be interesting. But then they also go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm excited for next week's Lorecast because I think there is a lot of opportunity for smaller events to have the opportunity to shine. Like obviously CCS is a great example. PPG is a great example. Ink's another great example of stores stepping up and like filling in for the community. I just think that they're going to have a really long talk with Ravensburger and be like, you can host this event to give people. It'll have to be separate from like their core events. So
yeah. I feel like there's definitely room for like the third parties to be able to give out invitations to nationals and stuff. It's just that everybody's like, oh, why don't they just go ahead and let them? And it's like, because there still needs to be like a conversation around, hey, if you're gonna be giving out invitations, you also cannot be giving out money at the same time. Like, and people don't like to think about that.
Is that something other card games do?
Yeah.
Like they have third party tournaments and they make it they're qualified or gives them points like on the real circuit?
I think so. For Pokemon, there's like the challenges and cups that are in stores that you can earn points towards Worlds. And
Alter Reality Games did. The ARG used to do that. You can qualify Yu-Gi-Oh points.
Yeah, but that's for their own thing, not for YCS's.
Dang, it is right. You're right.
And then I heard that like Star City has some sort of invitational program, or they like host events that earn you points, but I don't know Magic, so I can't speak to that too much. But it
Where's
has
Luke
been
at when you need him?
it has been done in the past, and I mean even
Works a lot
Digimon.
better in the point system.
Yeah, Digimon used to have it where if you won a store championship,
Yeah.
you qualified for nationals.
Yeah.
So it just depends on, like, there's multiple ways they could do it. It just depends on how big they want nationals to be. Because if they do, because then like we'll run into the thing where if they do too many third-party events or make it really easy to get your nationals invite, then they're going to have to consider closing nationals because you can't have 600 people qualified and then also run 90 something LCQs, and then you have 700 people competing for 28 spots at Worlds or 16 spots, 8 spots at Worlds.
Yeah.
So
I do feel like having LCQs
But at the end of the day, we're
spread
all
out
excited.
and not all in LA, like, could be a good thing to get around that.
I can
Yeah.
see that too.
Like you could do like a store LCQ at whatever, at Charlie's, at the other.
I was
big
gonna say they could
stores.
host LCQs at places like Ink,
Yeah, like that could be a way.
CCS, stuff like that.
But see, they can't though because they're still associated. Like it goes back to what Corey's saying. It's still associated with money, and people, even if they're
Yeah, but
trying
if
to make
the
this
if the if the
distinction,
LCQ isn't if the LCQ is its own thing, then it's fine. Like what we're saying is
Yeah.
like essentially like if you're hosting like a 10K that's also going to give an invitation to nationals,
You
like
gotta do one.
you
can't.
cannot have that
No.
10K attached to it.
I understand what you're saying. We all understand what you're saying, but like Fluffy Co said, that makes sense. That's logical. So if that makes sense, but people are going to see, hey, we can get our DLC invite here. CCS is always known for cash tournaments, so we can go get cash here. People are just going to think that way, sadly. But I like what you guys are saying because right now we have the CCS in September. Literally, is our next big event besides, I guess, store champs, but I don't really count those. September is our first big event. 6th and the 7th.
Big events. I said
Well, I
those
mean,
aren't big events.
I mean, because technically it's like the first chance to qualify for the 50K or whatever.
Yeah. Oh no,
That'll
I
be
was
a-
talking about set champs not being big events.
I mean,
have
well,
one.
I mean, let's be honest. The only set chance that people are going to be focused on, well, for me personally, that I've heard is the dragon, the
Fable.
Oh yeah.
Maleficent dragon.
Yeah.
Like everybody's like that's the only thing I've heard about. Period. But like, nevertheless, we're going September. We're jumping into the first big event, and then we go right into Milwaukee in October. So that's going to be a really good, fun time of spending a lot of money. Just realize that, yeah. On
Yeah,
the
it's
East
gonna
Coast,
be
we've been
a-
traveling a lot.
It's gonna be a really fast, I think, like 4 to 6 weeks. If
Yeah,
you
we're going.
think
Oh my
about it
god,
that
I just
way,
thought about that. So, whoo, that's gonna be fun. That one, and then so that means I can't do. I won't be able to do the one in EU though, because I think that's October.
It's also October, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can
that
do
would
both.
be pretty crazy if you did that one too.
Because
Like you
it's
did all of them.
literally September like the first weekend of September. 3 weeks later, you go to EU. 2 weeks later, you go to Milwaukee. So
Right.
it would be a very, very fast.
You'd be dead.
Yeah.
Well, the only person that's done it, well, in the new format, it's gonna be kind of crazy. But the only person we know that done it in this old format, season 1, is DKP.
Yeah.
DKP traveled to multiple. So, but I would
Bivens
love
went
to see
to
how
EU
he's.
once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bivens did go to EU.
But again, we're gonna say in the season 1 format, the new season 2 format, our format where we all know how to really live. Like Tanya made me so excited when she said, "Oh, we're gonna live life out here."
Oh yeah.
The Yu-Gi-Oh
Probably.
lifestyle. We're staying up late nights. People aren't ready for those late night tournaments.
I'm ready
bro.
I'm ready for day 1 to end at 1:00. It's gonna be fantastic.
People
Crazy.
are absolutely not ready for 12 rounds of Lorcana.
No, 12 rounds, best of 3 Lorcana.
Best of
That's
3,
what
12 rounds. Like
Best of 3. You have to make sure you say that because 12 rounds, best of 2, quick. 12 rounds, best of 3, you're on there all day.
I've told Tanya
I'll
so
be
many
honest
times.
with you though. So happy about that. So happy about best of 3 instead of
Yeah.
best of 2. I'm so happy about
Yeah.
that. Sorry, cut you off, bro.
No, you're good. I told Tanya so many times that I think if Lorcana ever switched to a best of 3, it's also a different game completely because
mhm.
like the mental endurance, like I can do a case tournament in Lorcana and I go home and I want to test more versus like versus like I used to go do a case tournament for Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 rounds, and by the time I was done, I'm like, I need a nap.
Hey, take a snack and a nap, bro. Take a snack and a nap.
Dude, literally after the last CCS, I played 7 rounds in day 1, and I went back to the DLC. Everybody's like wanting to go to bed. We went back to the Airbnb. And everybody's like wanting to go to bed, and I'm like, Nora, play me. Like, play me. What do I want to do tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, that's
like,
right.
You know, you were like the first person to sleep at that house.
I did fall asleep. I was.
But she was the only person that played more games.
I was the only person that played more games that night. And then I only stopped because Nora was like, I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, Tanya. Next time I got you, because like that's the type of stuff I feel like. I love like games. I never want to stop playing. I don't know what that is about.
I love it. I know that I'm definitely like the eepiest girl in the world. Don't get me wrong, but I
don't know
will.
what that means.
I'm always sleepy.
Oh, I think you said eepiest. I was like, I don't know what
eepiest
means.
Yeah. I did say eepy.
Washed.
You got me. Okay, yeah, my bad. Corey understands that lingo so much.
You gotta remember King on Unk status. So
yeah, this guy's washed.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a very different game, and I think people are not gonna be ready for the mental endurance that it is gonna take to be playing in
like Ashton is gonna
12
die.
rounds. Oh,
the mental endurance of sitting there 40 minutes after my game every round while I wait for everybody else. I don't have it.
Matt doesn't even want to sit there and wait for a round to start.
Bro.
Having rounds is fucking terrible to me. It makes me want to cry.
It's good for the game though, because like the I think they understood that after like the first season that the 2-game format, and it just devolved out. By like round 5, it was really a best of 1 format and a die roll. Like, and so
I like that.
Easy.
So,
that's fast.
But now, but with 3-game format, you build your deck. Everybody's going to be building their deck to min max consistency. Consistency is going to be the king. I mean,
consistency will be king.
I think when we do it at our first DLC, Ash is going to sit down. I'm so excited. 5 matches through, I'm ready to go home.
Oh yeah, she's gonna want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm so ready to lock in for this because like that's what we trained for. We literally trained for that for all those Yu-Gi-Oh, bruh. We played for years of Yu-Gi-Oh just to be able to go do this. Because like you're right. After a LORCANA tournament, I'm like still wide awake. When we went to the one in Seattle. We went out. We went to Starbucks.
We like walked up a giant hill. Like we did. We were doing some crazy stuff.
After a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament,
take me back to the hotel. Ordering DoorDash. Don't talk to me.
That's crazy.
That was literally me after my first YCS. I was like, "Don't talk to me. We're ordering DoorDash."
after every set champ, I'm just like after round 3, I'm home.
I heard that, Matt.
Right. Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's
just come home and order DoorDash.
That's what I want to do, but everybody's like, "Oh no, we need to go out to eat." Yeah, I'm like, "Let me go."
That's Ashton and Tanya together.
Yeah, y'all don't want to be making memories, man. Like
I can make memories with DoorDash.
Yeah, we can go to a restaurant. Go to a restaurant in Charlotte.
Look, guys, we're dashing.
I can go to my DoorDash transaction.
Yeah, we DoorDash somewhere we've never been to. Everybody will remember it.
Dog.
Like in DC when we got Luca that burrito and is bigger than his head.
Oh my god!
Never gonna forget that. Never.
Remember ramen? True. Can't forget ramen.
Just think about doing it in public. Ramen in Seattle, having a great time. Like I don't.
But why would I rather do? I'd rather be in my Airbnb where I can be myself and not be reined in by the public.
I mean, you know what? Here's the thing. I like these trips because I can just be like my daughter's here right now with my daughter's mom, and like I don't have to worry about nothing when I'm on these trips with y'all. You know why? Because my brain can shut off.
That's
what whatever I want to do, bro. This
That's
is why
how-
I want y'all to go places, because we can go see stuff and do
I was
things.
telling Matt
Well,
that when me and Ash go to CCSs and
Don't project
DLC.
your terrible home situation on me. That's crazy.
Don't snitch on yourself,
I was telling Matt that it's our vacation. It's our little vacation that
It
we
is.
have. We have 3 kids, and you don't get a lot of those. So we use these opportunities as well to vacation and have a
We
good
order
time.
enough DoorDash now, bro.
I do order a lot of DoorDash now, but I also would rather just go back to my Airbnb because
it's like going out of state.
She said that
Like
until
going out of
Ash is in
country
the
to go to
thing, and they're
McDonald's.
like, "We're going to Maggiano's, Matt's favorite place, and having a
we're
good
not.
time."
We're never going to Maggiano's again.
Never, not.
Boycotting Maggiano's simply for Matt.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
The way they treated
that
Matt at
place.
Maggiano's, bro.
It was
Crazy.
wild. It was a
Yeah,
terrible
no, it is.
experience.
Yeah, no money in his pocket.
It's
You know
almost
what
just
they
like
really
if
did?
we ever have a DLC Atlanta again, never going to the Hard Rock.
Oh,
Hard Rock is the ops.
dude, I
On
literally
site.
heard about that. I wasn't even there, and I heard about that. It was
I forgot
wild.
about that, but I do remember it was kind of bad.
I just remember people literally waited 2 hours for food, and then they still got the order wrong, and it was cold by the time they got back to the Airbnb.
Yeah, they brought that shit back.
And they
It was
still
sad as
paid
fuck.
for it.
That's the craziest part.
Yeah,
to
they
me.
did pay a lot.
Me and Matt went to this nice little Thai place that was teeny
That's
tiny.
so
We walked
awesome.
in, got our food, it slapped. We walked back. We were chilling.
This is what DLC.
We celebrated Braden's top, and they celebrated Russell's top, and ours was just a lot
Sorry
better.
Clearly, Braden's top was a little better.
Yeah.
Sorry to change the topic, but we confirmed a couple more cards aren't getting reprinted in the rotation, or excuse me, aren't being coming in. New. We know whole
Let
world,
it go,
whole new
Dragon's
world already.
Fire.
They said 2 other cards though. I believe the other day. I
We
just
have
can't remember. what.
Tinkerbell. We have Dragonfire.
No.
He said
That's
not getting.
Oh, not.
I think they said it. They said it at
Dragon
World.
Fire and Let It Go.
Are they
Yeah.
confirmed not reprint?
Yeah,
Are
they
there
said that
no-
they're not reprinting
Okay.
them.
They said it when we saw the prize wall. Everyone was like,
That's what I
"Oh,
thought.
about that," and they're
Because
like, "Nah, dog."
Oil
joke."
promos, yeah.
Yeah.
So that
They
means
said it doesn't mean they're not getting reprinted, but
I mean,
They
well,
could
this
still get
season.
reprinted, but
So that means the 6 costs or the 6 was it 6 cost or 7 cost song? What was it called again? Over the Horizon.
Beyond the Horizon.
All right, thank you.
Beyond
Thank
the
you.
Horizon.
Beyond the Horizon, and we have another. Not just we have 2 new cards that put into the inkwell, which is the red
Into the
blue,
Unknown.
The unknown.
into the unknown, and Get Out, which is Get Out banishes.
Get
And
out.
then
It's a blue. It's
It's
sapphire
red blue.
ruby.
So we have a red blue and a purple blue that have banished the character now instead of now the one Let It Go. Is that correct? And then we only have one.
No,
now.
we have
Into the
a
Unknown
ruby,
is
or
Let
we
It
have a
Go.
ruby sapphire that banishes and grabs the item back, and we have a sapphire amethyst that
Into the unknown.
puts an exerted card into the inkwell.
Right,
That's
and then
not
those are the only 2.
yeah,
right now,
out
right?
of order is like a 7 cost red. That
Out
banishes
of
the
order,
character.
dude.
That order is so
So
bad.
That's the
Is it a
new. That's the
song,
new beat
though?
prep.
No,
I'm
it's
gonna
No,
be
it is
not.
not. It is
It is
not.
action, right?
I'm gonna
It's
be sit there and be like,
action.
"Oh, you're at 7." Out of order.
But it's only one character.
Well, the other
I
cards,
know. It's a
the
joke.
blue red one.
It's bad.
It's
The
so
red,
bad. If you
blue
need
red one
foils of that
costs
card, I
6,
got
and it's
you.
unlinkable.
If you got
But then,
foil,
like, are you talking
foil.
about
We
just
have so
straight
many.
banish? Because I would consider like wrong lever or whichever.
Oh yeah, wrong lever bottom deck.
Wrong
The
lever
bottom deck is not a banish, but that is a 1-for-1 removal.
Yeah, it's still.
So
I
3
think that
colors
card's
now
still
have-
really good though.
That's like the best one, I think.
Yeah,
after rotation, it's gonna be Bagaria or Bagara. How do you say it, Tanya?
Bagheera, Bagheera.
My favorite. He should have been enchanted.
That's
said-
gonna be our grab our swords with the Maui.
they said during the Fabled thing that they wanted the game to go back to questing and challenging. They want it to be more character based. That's why a lot of the cards we think aren't getting reprinted are going to be like removal spells and
Yeah.
board wipes and stuff like that,
And I
because
think
it goes away from what they said they want the game to be.
And I've been thinking like the new songs that are gonna come out are gonna be like minus that plus yours, and then you can swing and stuff like that. Those are gonna be like some. Of the
Well, we
new
have a lot
songs
more
that
new
come
Sing
together.
Together songs that are coming out. We now know for sure that we have Sing
Every-
Together because
they
and
do
then
them
we
on
also
4
know
sets.
Powerline.
They
Every 4
do
sets, which is
Yeah, the fourth set, whenever they do the team thing, like the Ursula's challenge and then the Jafar Palace heist, like that's when we get the Sing Together things because they're designed to be incorporated with that kind of.
Oh, so you're saying when we go over big villains, so our next big villain is our next Sing song.
Yeah, whenever we get to set 12, we'll probably get
Who do
more.
you think we'll get then? Our next big villain?
It's Hades.
Yeah, it's already.
Is that confirmed because of the?
It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed, but it was pretty much insinuated heavily.
We know.
How is it insinuated heavily?
No,
what did I miss?
No.
They
There's
want
no way.
Namari.
We know for a fact set 10
Namari.
into the
There's no way they give it to a new. She's not even a villain.
She is a villain.
She's
Namari?
still
Yes.
At the very end, she's a good person.
Why are we
Oh
yelling?
my God. Hey, we're missing
She
the
puts the
obvious
thing
one.
together. Everyone gets first. She
Maleficent.
goes,
Maleficent or the Queen.
Well, we
would be-
haven't had Maleficent yet either.
She'll
yeah,
be she'll probably be the one. It's either her.
I kind of want Hades though. I'm not
her.
gonna lie.
I like
Hades would be cool because we have a whole little theme around Olympus. But Captain Hook for more pirates.
I only
Hades.
want Hades if they're going to reprint the Amber card.
You talking about the
Amber,
the one that never saw play ever.
They
The
saw play.
Enchanted
I
that
decked. I never won, but it's all play.
Well, you're learning
It
how to be
actually
a
hit the
player.
field.
It did. After like you got 25 and I'm
Listen,
still playing by
That's
myself.
crazy.
Well, we do
I'm
know.
still playing by myself is crazy.
Yeah, I don't think that counts.
So we do know this for sure, though. Like this is we do know because we know that the set, the first half of 2026 is
Wishing.
Wally.
We don't-
Wally.
We don't
which
know
is,
for sure if
we
it's
don't know
Wally.
it's Wally.
We
They
just
said
know
it. They
it's
said
I
it.
was like,
Pixar.
when did that happen?
Pixar.
Which
It's
we can.
Pixar.
I know. I only remembered Wally at the time. I'm so sorry. We confirmed early 2026. Well, mid 2026 was Pixar, which set.
I
11
guarantee
It's
the first
Pocahontas
Pixar that
and
comes
Pixar,
out.
right?
I guarantee the first Pixar that comes out is not going to be Wally, and it upsets
There's
me.
no way.
Yeah,
There's no way it can be.
It's Toy Story.
It's going to be Toy
Wally?
Story.
Wally's not even going to be close to the first one.
Yeah, Wally's
be
like
Toy
set
Hey, look
like
here. First of all,
30.
I need y'all to stop disrespecting Wally.
I don't even like
place-
Toy Story. Okay,
This plays
That's
completely,
Toy
okay.
Story's fire.
I'm just kidding.
bro. It
I
plays
was gonna say,
Buzz
get
Lightyear,
her outta
Wally.
here.
It's completely together.
No, I
That's
want Wally
crazy.
really bad, but I know that Wally will not be like the first Pixar that comes out. I love
That's
Wally.
fair.
Me and Corey literally have like above our bed, we have like this Wally portrait, and then all of the Wally pop.
We need
Oh,
cars though.
Okay. Things
love
we never
Wally.
learned.
Lightning
Toy Story and
McQueen.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Well, either way,
Ooh, Finding Nemo would be so good.
The
either way,
first,
we
so
know it. Go
we're
ahead.
gonna get Pocahontas.
Yep.
We know that for sure.
Yeah, we
this
knew that,
next
yeah.
year, we are gonna get.
That's set 10. They said that.
I hope
They
they,
said
don't put that one
2026.
guy in
Just
there.
said
They
next
said
year.
that.
Okay, I
They
know.
said
They
that
said-
like yeah.
No, I think they did. They said the set after Fabled, we're gonna
I
get
feel like I did hear that.
Pocahontas and Black Cauldron in that
I
set.
feel like I heard
I
that.
Wait,
heard
isn't that the
no,
Wishing Well one?
gargoyles.
That's set
It's
11.
Gargoyles, I thought.
No,
That's
no.
Black Cauldron, I thought.
Set 10 is Gargoyles with the Cauldron. Set 11 is the Pocahontas and the Wishing
Pocahontas
or
because
whatever
that's
the other part was.
2026.
The Wishing Well one?
And then set
No.
12. No, set 10 is the Wishing Well.
Yeah.
Oh,
whatever
okay,
it's
okay,
called.
okay.
Whispers in the Well.
And then
Whispers in the
set
Well.
Yeah,
Is
set
that-
11 is going to be the one with y'all were talking about with the Pocahontas and stuff. Then
Pocahontas.
set
Yeah.
12 is Pixar, aka I guess you guys are going to go Toy Story because they already
I don't-
gave us the timeline
I
and they
don't think
gave us the
it's-
sets.
I don't think
It
it's
was.
gonna be like all Pixar like that. I think they're just saying like in
Pixar's
yeah, I know
finally
it's
gonna
gonna
get
work
They're
on
gonna
all
released.
throw it in there. Like,
yeah.
fine, we're gonna get a Lightning
Right, no.
McQueen to go with racers.
You know what's crazy? I actually thought about that, right?
Kinda
Like,
cooking.
if
Do
they
not
do
make
the
that
Pixar,
face at him.
they'll throw like 3 or 4 different Pixar
Yeah.
characters in the set. So they'll do Lightning
I
McQueen,
don't
Toy Story,
Stanley Cup.
and like 2 other sets for each one. So like, was there princesses in Pixar movies? I don't remember right now. Was there any princesses in any type of Pixar movie?
Penelope.
Yeah,
Is that
No.
well,
No,
not
These
I
are-
lied. I lied.
Pixar.
That's Disney. That's Disney.
Did Pixar have any type of
Big fan.
princesses? I never seen any. Well,
I
wait,
don't-
no.
Oh, yeah, the red hair girl, the Scottish
That's
Brave.
one.
Brave. That's
Brave.
Disney.
Brave.
That's Disney,
Brave is
right?
Disney.
That's a Pixar Disney movie. She's a princess.
Wait,
Is it Pixar?
Yes.
is it Pixar?
Pixar. Yeah.
No, 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 no.
There's
I
no way we
literally-
don't
I googled it. I can show you my.
No, I
kids'
trust you.
name.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but like So they already
Yeah.
had wait, for real. So then
The
they
only
got her.
Pixar
come
one
in.
is her. That's
So then
that's-
she would probably come in.
Unless you want to
Yeah.
count, the in Bug's Life, Princess Ada.
Oh,
Oh, there you go. That actually
And-
that
Oh,
would be
she's
really dope,
obviously a princess.
bro. That would be really dope. They do a
The
Bug's
Bug's
Life.
Life is the best freaking movie ever.
voiced by Hayden Panettiere.
I saw it one time as a kid. As an adult, I don't need to see it.
That's because you're afraid of bugs.
That's
It's because
also
they're
true.
creepy.
They're not.
I
Yeah,
just
the
like the fact that
grasshopper
you'll
guy
probably
is
end up
scary.
Okay,
See?
grasshopper guy is
That shit-
scary.
He's
That
scary,
gives me-
dude.
that-
He comes in like busting in and kicking
just need-
people over.
I just need Poo Poo Platter to be a card, and then I need I'm a pretty butterfly, yeah.
Yes. I love
have to be
those.
cards, dude.
Those would be the best 2 cards ever. But what would the poopy platter do?
Who knows? I don't care. It's so far away.
Yeah.
He's like, I just want the
Wait, what was
card.
the like whisper in the well? Like, what is that?
That's the
next
set
set
after
after
Fable.
Fabled.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
called Whispers from the
Okay.
Well. That
I was
it's
like,
gonna.
what movie is that?
The key art has an Ariel on it and Mickey, and then the gargoyles in the background.
That's what it was.
Maybe Ariel
we
will
get
get
gargoyles in
reprinted in
set
that
10.
set.
We get gargoyles in set 10.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you guys
Which
think
bit?
that Ariel will get reprinted?
Well, she's gonna.
They already said that she's getting
Ariel's always
reprinted.
gonna have
But not the Ariel that
Oh,
everyone
a
wants.
princess. Is always gonna have
I know, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Ariel that everybody wants.
Well, no, it's the Ariel that we're all gonna get though.
no.
You see, there's
Power
an
line
Ariel
is
everyone
really
wants,
Ariel.
and then the Ariel we all deserve. We're getting the
Getting
one
the
we deserve.
3-drop Ariel with none of the songs would just be like a slap in the face.
It's gonna be
Have
like
you-
the Ariel.
Have
from
we started looking at colors that we're gonna play, or are we just still kind of waiting for the band
No,
rotation?
I've definitely started looking at deck builds, just trying to assume what's gonna get reprinted, but we won't know any definitive builds until then.
I think we've also.
It's like-
Speculate.
I mean,
Yeah.
my deck goes
Go ahead,
completely
Tanya.
gone.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think we're also just to the point where it's okay for us to just start building decks with the reprints that we know are confirmed, and then you can always adjust your deck after the fact.
Yeah, I just took out a lot of actions and
Vault's about to go
items. I
nuts.
just because I
It's
like
literally
Corey said,
mostly
a lot
like-
of actions and
yeah.
songs.
Yeah, that you're gonna lose. You're losing actions
Yeah,
and
so that's
songs
what I was thinking.
mostly.
So what you're saying is Jafar and Illusions is about to be the best thing ever.
Who invited him to this podcast?
If you can't,
That's
if you can't
ridiculous.
target,
I'm kidding, I'm
you can't
kidding.
lose. But like,
This is
Corey
the
made a
Open
really big
podcast,
play.
and I'm gonna build Jafar again.
I should have got behind you, Corey. I should have bought those dang on Naveen's Enchanted.
I know a guy who has some
prices
of these
going
enchanted
up, buddy. Because they don't rotate.
feel like
They're one of the best cards now. Oh,
Yeah, you're gonna sing all
Good
these
choice.
cool songs.
yeah, I'm like thinking like, what songs are you
We're
singing?
getting
Uh,
an
try
entire.
everything.
Down
getting
in
Try
New
everything.
Orleans.
Over the Horizon.
Dino, yeah, you're gonna sing Dino.
We're also getting Powerline, which means
Oh.
and he's a red singer, a Ruby
Yeah.
singer, so we're probably gonna get a lot of Ruby songs.
And they're all gonna be
There's
like,
no way we Ruby and Green songs
Wait,
because
What does
Max
he sing?
playing stuff
Is he
back from
does
the
he sing for 6 or 7?
He's a singer
9.
9.
He sings
don't
everything
act
by
like that's the
himself
first
except for
singer
Game.
9. We've had a singer 9.
And I'm pretty sure his
We
effect
had
is
a
like
singer 9 and she was awful. It was Cinderella. She was a 1-7 or
Hey,
a
hold
1-9.
on, time out. Does she stay?
no.
Oh,
She was in set 4, but she was a singer 9 that was a 1-7 in a format with Brawl.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And
So-
Medusa
and-
and
and
Sisu
Little
and
Sisu.
Big Sisu.
They
So-
did her so
Speaking of singer
dirty.
9 dude.
It's gonna
What?
sing the mob
Hey.
song with my 1 cost.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you
But,
can sing all the group songs, all the sing together songs by themselves.
But
So
let's
you can literally sing Over the Horizon, or I might be saying this card wrong.
Beyond
by
the
itself.
horizon.
That's
Right.
faith.
You
Bro,
can say that by
struggling.
itself.
Everything singer
You can
9 is
sing-
like so useless.
Do we don't lose Under the
It's
Sea?
useless.
Yeah,
we do.
We do. We
We
lose
do?
all of them. All
You
those,
can
we
all
lost
the
all
originals
of
sing
Hakuna
together.
Matata or whatever.
Pirate's Life, mob song, Under the Sea, and then what's Dig a Little Deeper, and then Second Star to the Right.
This guy
Yeah,
knows
I was like, what was
any
the other
other
one?
song that's like
Wait.
at the top.
Hakuna Matata just heals, doesn't it?
Guys,
Does it
I
do
know these
anything?
things.
What is the
Hakuna
card
Matata.
that,
Yeah,
Oh,
it
I'm
just heals.
sorry.
Yeah,
One of the best
example.
cards from the new set, down in New Orleans. We now have down in New Orleans. Is gonna be
Dino.
so
Yeah, he
That's
just
gonna
said
be
that.
fun.
That's what Naveen sings. Matt
Is
done
that
that to
what
me,
Dino
and I
means?
yeah, down
Yeah.
in New Orleans.
Down in New
It's-
Orleans.
Unk status.
I'm
Don't
gonna tell you something,
know.
King. I'm gonna tell you something, King. When this set came out and everybody kept saying Dino, I just pretended like I knew what they were talking about until one day. Until
It's
one day,
that
I was
meme
like,
from Parks and Rec where he's sitting here like, I'm just too afraid to ask at this point.
I literally one day we were on the way home and I was like,
Oh,
babe, what does Dino mean? Can you please tell me?
This
he
is
was
the
like-
internet.
hey, bro, because I've hung out with y'all now, I just can't ride with anything y'all say. I gotta
Bro.
ask questions now because next thing you know, I might end up in a random place. I don't know. Matt's left me
But-
hanging.
Oh, that was
Tampa.
so. It was so funny.
I was definitely confused, but it was with the list, so I immediately got it.
Yeah,
But,
Matt
yeah.
did Dino with Naveen, and it's a brutal
I-
combo.
But I
It
also
is kind of a busted combo.
just to kind of like loop back to where we started the conversation, I think another thing that
Yes,
I
sir.
actually like about the events is the way that they're lined up, depending on the schedule, the timing and dates for Southeast Asia and Oceania and Brazil. I think we're probably gonna have like an event every half of a month or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah.
so there's always gonna be
You know-
content and stuff. It's gonna be exciting.
About how like
So-
Asia is on like set 4 or 5 right now. Like, are they going to be caught up for these events?
They're
Or-
supposed to be caught up.
She says she's trying to
by-
catch it up, but they're not though.
Yeah,
There's no way
Yeah.
to catch up.
just go on for the rest of the
because
season.
they're
They're
I
just
think
gonna release all
they
the
said
sets
they're
up front.
releasing. So we get a new set every 4 months, 3 months.
Pretty-
They get a new set every like month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah.
That's
so
great.
they should be caught up before. I would
Wait,
hope before.
hold. I just bought set 1 Japanese or Chinese. No, I bought set 1 Japanese. Was there a point in buying that then if they rotate? Do
No,
they
'cause
rotate?
some of the cards that aren't going to be rotated, you can still use.
Yeah, if
I
cards
mean,
don't get
that's-
rotated, like if cards get reprinted, you can still play them.
No, I meant because I'm
If-
definitely either trying to
Going
do-
over there, there's no reason to have it.
Going over there, there's no reason to have it. You have to have
No,
it.
If,
unless
if
you're
you're
going over
not
there.
going over there, there's no reason to have it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm definitely planning on going. I just don't know if I know we don't know. if they
By the
said it-
time, yeah, I don't
rotate.
know how the timeline, like the official
Right.
timeline, if it'll be post rotation for them by the time you go over there. Who knows?
Yeah.
'Cause on one hand, I know they're a company and they need to make money, but like it would be really crappy if they're force feeding us all these new cars from China and Japan for us not to be able to use them when they rotate.
Hear me
Because like
out. Hear me
I
out.
need to buy them now.
Hear me out. They're not force
Listen.
feeding you anything
Why are you buying
because
this?
you can choose not to buy it.
That's
no.
crazy.
I'm
No,
so
no.
confused.
Again, I'm not saying it like they're a company, they got to make money, but like
They're forcing me to
it'd be
buy it. I'm
sucky if
screwed.
they did that. It would be sucky if they did like a rotation right before, because like I definitely want to do Japan. Like I don't know if you guys are going or not. I'm definitely trying to enlist Matt, but like
See if
I'm
you can
definitely
find
trying to
see if you can find the release schedule for Japan, and then if it time
Oh,
you,
as soon
you
as
can
it
tell.
drops, man, I'm sending you information. As soon as it drops, we'll send information. But there's only like so many places we can go in Japan. Like that's the one thing I like about EU and out of the country. There's only so many places because you can only do with so many planes as an American. You can only go so many places. You can't just be out here.
Yeah, that's because
doing a
some
major
Americans
event in the
suck
middle
and they
of-
destroyed our opportunity to go to Japan.
No.
What-
I mean
What's
American
his name?
companies.
That one
American
dude,
companies.
brother.
There's a dude in the
I don't know.
Loungers Discord that he literally can't go to set champs in Japan because stores will not allow him to play there
Why?
Sounds
Well,
about right.
that's
because he's a
Weird.
white dude in Japan or something like that.
Really?
okay. I remember a dude getting banned from Japan because he was cheating in some of the card games out there. It was an ARG situation. Corey, you remember? Nope, never mind. Off topic. But
That's
yeah, I remember
crazy.
something
I
like
didn't
that.
know
But either way, we can't only go with certain places because American companies can only work in certain areas and they can be able to keep people safe and because they put the safety risk on the
Japan
company.
is like the safest place.
Just
in
turn
the
on your
world.
I'm
virtual
not-
background.
I'm gonna have to. I actually got them shorts on.
Oh, bro, I was wondering if you knew that was out there the whole time, but I was just letting it ride because there's only like three people in here. And I
No
was
wonder
like,
we
you
got
know,
so
okay,
many
Kev.
viewers all of a
That's
sudden.
crazy.
Yeah, we just went from 13 to 7 viewers. What happened?
Actually, we just got like 40 subscriptions because of that thing. Chill
Because
out,
of that,
dude.
Hey,
because of that
take
thing.
the brick wall down. The brick wall's already in the picture, buddy.
But
Oh
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
that's probably a bad one to pick. Let me go back to my old house.
oh yeah, you gotta move into your old house.
No,
Your old
no,
new house.
No.
Yeah, my old new
Oh
house.
my gosh, get me
No,
out.
she's right behind you, bro. She came right into the picture. Yeah. But nevertheless, like he literally look. We are going to be back, like you said, Core. We're back to back every month. Every month we're in session, pretty much.
I think also
from September this year to next year.
I also wanted to like say I had this thought earlier, just like thinking about like the way it, because I originally when the schedule was released, I was like I don't know any other card game that gives Oceania more than one event.
Yeah.
And then like when they said there's 3 in China, I was like kind of stupid because they have Grand Prix and other ways to qualify, even if it's only top 16 from their DLCs versus R32. It still seems a little unfair. Same thing with Japan, but I think for like Ravensburger, it makes sense to do that as a litmus test, kind of like to see how many people sign up and how many people go. Because I know that the Grand Prix was capped at 1,000 players and 900 and 9. Yeah, I think it was capped at 1,000 players and like 980 showed up or something like that. So
a lot of complaints about that too.
Yeah,
like, you had to just show up there and like hope you like got in, and like a lot of people are like, oh, I took a bunch of travel and the train and whatever, and then they were like, just go home.
Yeah, I saw that. I was seeing that on the. It was really bad. Like people were pissed.
Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah.
happens with
Rightfully so,
That's the
obviously.
first
Like I'm
one,
not saying that
and
they're wrong for that, but yeah, that was kind of.
just better communication.
I mean,
Ravensburg's
Have
good with it.
y'all started following the pastime on Eventbrite already?
no, but I follow them on. I'm in their Discord server,
Oh,
so
shoot.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
but
Or even everybody's Discord server if anybody ever needs any information.
But yeah, there's I think it's just good to have that number of events, just because like it's a good test of the market to see how receptive they are to the game, and then if like I said, if they start selling out, like ours obviously going to sell out. I don't have a doubt in my mind. Every NA DLC and every EU DLC will be sold out within 2 minutes. Like it's not a doubt in my mind. But if they also have 3 DLCs in China and those 3 DLCs cap in 2-3 minutes, and then they have 2 DLCs in Japan, they cap in 2-3 minutes. Like it just shows that the world is ready for Lorcana's presence. You know what I mean? And it kind of shows Ravensburger as a company that they need to invest more heavily into that side of the game, because like the fact that their first event was 500 players and then they're capping every event at 2,000 is just like, it should be like clear as day to like the investors and like the shareholders that this is where they need to play ball. So
that's half the battle, right? Of any business is that you're not just you don't just answer to the community, you're answering to the investors and the shareholders.
Yeah. And I think I'll shout him out. What's his name? Speedy, Trevor Speedy. He was like he's like, I've been an event organizer for like 20 something years, and the difference in like event and managing an event that's 2,048 players versus a 3,000 or 4,000 player cap is still night and day. And like the amount of how many more employees you need, how much more space you need, how much more time do you need, like how much more space you have to allocate for these events and stuff like that. So he said he was like, the cap staying the same makes sense because logistically the amount of event staff you have to add another 1,000 people is like massive.
Insane.
So,
yeah.
So I don't know. I think a lot of people are just being doomers. That And a
I
lot of
think
people,
people just like to complain.
yeah.
No matter
think
what they did, if they added 6 DLCs, it'd be like, oh, why not 7? And then they'd start
No.
crying again.
If they made an announcement, they're like, "There's 9 DLCs next season," people would be like, "There's so many options. I can't afford to travel that much."
Yeah, see?
Yeah, it's a complaint of cost to travel, I think, regardless. Like and like that's where you just kind of have to choose to like pick your battles, I guess. Like
If they put it in Charlotte, all we would hear from the locals is, "Why is it not in Raleigh?" So
oh yeah.
it's just kind of weird.
Absolutely, bro. Oh
Yeah,
my
I
gosh.
mean,
1000%.
That's
I would
it.
Realistically,
definitely,
they
no
should
matter
put it
what,
in
they're going to
Greensboro,
ask you,
but we're not going to
why
talk about
is it
that.
not on Friday
Hey,
instead
so
of Saturday?
we have no events in November and we have no events in December in all
Yeah,
sets,
Christmas
right?
and Thanksgiving.
Because the
Okay.
holiday setup. But we have
Hear
sets
me
dropping
out.
on those kind of frames.
Hear me out too. Is like so a lot of people are complaining about the cost of traveling,
When
right?
was Seattle last year?
May
No,
or
That
April.
birthday was May.
Yeah. But like
Sam
the other
Pierce
thing to
ran the cost.
consider is that these events are months apart. If you are planning to go to a DLC, start saving. That's what me and Corey are gonna do. And it kind of like frustrates me a little bit, and like because like
It was in
obviously we were all on
October.
Twitter over the past couple days, right? And everybody, well, it must be so nice to be privileged enough to be able to do that. It's like, no. Like if this is a priority for you,
You'll make a way, find a way to do it.
yeah, then like figure out where you can cut to save the money. Cause like that's what Corey and I are gonna do. We're not just, oh man, I have this money sitting in my back pocket. I'm gonna go to all these DLCs. Like,
She's
no, it's a
forcing
matter of
Corey to get a second job to afford
Yeah.
this. having her.
exactly. You gotta
I
do
had
what
to
you
start
gotta
a feed
do.
finder.
Yeah, this is a hobby. It's what you
You guys got a tease of what I'm about to do.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
You
but
said, Matt, what?
It's a hobby. It's what you make it. It's what you can afford to do.
mhm.
You're not entitled to anything, unfortunately.
So September,
agreed.
October, we skipped November, December. We got sets coming out, but there's nothing going on, no time frame.
Infinite
January
format tournament for Unfoil a Whole New World.
Mhm.
Those
Yeah,
are in
that's
December.
in December, right?
Oh, okay. So then we got that, and then immediately after that, January DLC, more what's that? So if anything, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure CCS is going to have something in November or December, right before.
They have it. So
think
just
they have it
calculate how the sets drop, and like whenever a set drops, 2 weeks after CCS.
That's what I'm saying. So we'll have set 11 is supposed to be right around November, December timeframe, because we get set 10. Well, no, I'm sorry. Set 9 is August. Set 10 is November timeframe, right?
No,
Yeah,
it's September 1st, so the next one will be like 3 months after that or 4 months after that.
Assume
Wait,
10
I'm sorry.
will be like
Hold on.
first week of December, and then CCS will be like a couple weeks later, right before Christmas.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We'll have the CCS right before Christmas.
Yeah.
So that might be the only bigger one last major event of the year. This actually, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. Like you said, this plans out and spaces out really well, Tanya. Like,
Yeah, I think you have. I
spaces
think
out.
there's plenty
Yeah.
of time to like be saving for some of these events.
I also
Like-
just think that there's also the PPG event that I don't know the dates for.
September 12th is one in Denver, and then they got the other one now, but they don't have anything for November, December that I've seen. I'm on their website now, but I could be wrong. That's what I was trying to confirm as well. Like as far as like if we had anything in November, December timeframe, but I don't see anything.
I don't think so.
Which is even better. Everyone done talking? No. Sorry.
Diabolical.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that in the chat.
But yeah.
I'm just trying to look at it now. So are we gonna come back together to talk about the event for PPG this weekend? Are we gonna try to stream it?
I'm not streaming it.
Because I know it's a holiday weekend, but I don't really know anybody doing it. I don't know if people do fireworks anymore. Most places have banned.
Fireworks are whack, but
Fireworks are
Oh,
scary.
Ashton's
Dog.
afraid of
Local-
fireworks.
You were never a
Team
child.
Smash are going to Texas.
Yeah, a couple of people in Team Smash are going to Texas. They were asking if any of us were going, and I was
They
like,
did ask me, and I was like, absolutely not.
no.
They're going
Honestly,
when?
Texas was I did not want to spend the money to go to Texas on a holiday weekend.
I
And
did.
me, yeah, I know you did, and I didn't give a shit if you wanted to or not. You could have done
Ooh,
whatever you wanted.
language.
But
I couldn't have.
I
Zero.
just like cannot justify like first off, it's so hot in North Carolina. I'm not going to Texas.
Oh, I can only the heat wave we're going through.
Mm-mm.
But knowing
couldn't
us,
do it.
knowing them in Texas, they're probably freaking going through a tornado drive again or something.
Yeah, I
Right now,
couldn't do it.
knowing them.
Yeah, that's why
That's
we
all
stay
Corey.
away from them.
That is all
Yeah,
Corey.
they just released their so they have theirs in Denver in September, which they have September 12th through the 14th for Pro Play PPG, but they don't have anything else after that. So because again, what's the name? But man, this is so exciting. Like I'm really hyped about this. I know people are complaining or whatever about like distance and stuff, but like you're gonna complain regardless. We finally get to save some money. we went to 6. Well, how many was it total last year? 7?
I went to.
I didn't go to Canada. That's the only one I didn't go to was Canada.
Where did Corey just go?
Check the
Read
chat.
the chat.
Lord
The other
Jesus,
chat.
Tanya. Lord
But,
Jesus, Tanya.
I went to 4
That scared me.
DLCs and Continentals. I do not know what you did.
I wish I would have gone to Continentals now. Like I wish I would have gone. Sad.
I
What?
went to
Wait,
one.
Tanya, you did? Where
I didn't go. No.
were you? You said you had to work.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, I just want to make sure this time I don't waste money. I want to stay with the team every time we travel. I don't need to be in extra chats for y'all to get my money. I got monies. I want to stay with the teams.
Yeah.
In my own room. I pay
Yeah, that's not
more
happening.
to sleep by myself.
Oh,
So now I can't stay with the
okay.
team because I'm in my own room.
No, you can. If you're gonna pay more, yeah, I don't care.
I always pay more. I've never not paid more.
I'm just saying.
Bruh.
Matt got his. Well, Matt didn't get his own room, but he did get a room with a bed and a door, which is what he wanted.
Yeah, Matt always pays an own price because
It was a lot of work, but we got there.
I just want to be able to
Whatever,
test, bro. Like I swear to God, I've already fallen into y'all's little web of whatever's going on. I'm just trying to test games. I don't make no waves. I just want to go
Yeah,
and
I
save
know.
some money because I'm trying to, bruh. $1,000 for
Oh, we were staying at your
weekend.
house.
No, Tanya said no.
What?
I'm down. I don't care what they're doing.
Oh, because I got
It's
a
a
whole room,
45-minute drive.
bro. Oh, yeah, you lying to yourself. I'll
fine.
be there in 30.
He told me
Yeah,
45
right.
minutes. I was like, I'm not driving 45
Listen.
minutes, bro. I want to wake up and be able to walk
Matt.
over.
We'll stop by the store. You know what I'm talking about. Check
Okay.
the hat, baby.
I
We'll
can't
stop
say
by
no.
the store. And you know how to do brand. You know how to promote the brand. You know, both ways. Promote the brand. You know, we got seen by everybody. But like I'm telling you, I already told y'all in chat how much I'm bringing up to Richmond, bro. There's no way I'm not coming to Richmond heavily happy.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited
We talk
that.
about Melbourne, and we're all going to take a picture with the dingo.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you know
they're
what?
wanting to go to Australia. King doesn't want to go to Australia though.
I'm not going. Y'all trying to die?
That's when I'm going to be back. That'll be the first one I can go to. So that's why I picked Melbourne.
Matt, that's
Nothing to do
kind
with
of
Australia.
Come
I
Yeah,
don't
on,
care
Matt
about
has to go
Australia.
back to California for like 6 months.
Come on,
just-
Matt, bro. Not that one, bro. Not,
Nah.
That's the first
that
one.
one.
There's like
Let's just
barely
do
any left.
Brazil,
There's
bro.
like no
Wait for
choices
Brazil.
left.
Man, wait for Brazil.
What
Let's
is
just wait for
Brazil? They're going to be.
We
Are
don't
they
know
playing
yet.
our format?
Quarter
They're playing
2.
Chapter 1.
Quarter. It don't matter. Quarter 2.
Yeah.
Brazil.
Wait, is Brazil in our format now, or are they in?
No, they're not even in there. now.
Portuguese, right? I don't even know what the cards in Portuguese.
No,
are.
we can use anything. Actually, they're in our format. Anything that's not Chinese or Japanese, we can use in regular English cards. No, it's not. They said that tonight or yesterday on the stream. But nevertheless, let's wait for Australia. Has 9 out of 9 of the deadliest animals that will kill you in the world.
I'm
They-
going
Yeah.
forward too.
If you're wandering
We're gonna be
around,
inside playing
Yeah, that's kind
Yeah.
of true. How many times have I been
Yeah.
somewhere and they give you
When
a
do we
safety
when do we
briefing?
ever
Like,
make it like outside into nature when we play cards?
How
we
many?
literally already
Bruh.
said that we're going to the convention, going back to the Airbnb, and door dashing or whatever the Australian equivalent.
You know what? You know what?
Dash
Respectfully, I need to think about that one, bro, because that sounds scary.
Ashley
Everything
said I could
about
go
that
if I
sounds
top
scary.
8.
Like I don't mind Japan because I feel a lot. Well, I'm not gonna say why,
I
but
feel like
like
Melbourne's
I'm
safer
okay
than
with Japan.
Milwaukee.
What? I've been to
I feel like
Milwaukee.
Melbourne's safer than
times.
Milwaukee.
Matt said it.
Been
Matt
to
said it.
Milwaukee?
No, but I've been to in Australia.
Matt, you'll be fine. You'll be fine in Milwaukee, buddy. Trust you me.
Trust you
Have
me.
you not traveled a lot, bro? This is confusing to me.
He
Dude, I've
has.
traveled
He's
a whole bunch.
literally
I
just
ain't
said
been to
he.
no random states in the Middle East or in the Midwest.
In the
Middle East.
Middle
I hope you
East.
hey,
In the
there's no
Middle
states in the
East.
Middle East.
Milwaukee is the Middle East.
Might as well be, dude. It's Chirac. It's right next to me.
I'm deceased.
I've been to
TJ says
Milwaukee, then,
Milwaukee
guys.
sucks.
Milwaukee just
that
hey,
whole
man,
like Milwaukee,
the
Chicago,
Cheeseburger
Indiana.
or
I don't want to
whatever.
go anywhere over there.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
want to
going
go to
to Chicago.
Chicago so that I can go to the stationery store whenever I get done.
Hey man,
There's a
Chicago
FedEx
was
down the
very-
Japan. Let's go to the
I didn't like
stationery store in
Chicago at
Japan.
all. I'll be honest with you.
I
Chicago
would
was not a
love
big
to
fan.
do that.
What, Japan?
Go to the
Stationery store in
stationery
Japan.
store in Japan.
Like that's the
Believe
only place. Look, if we don't do
Corey wouldn't
any
want that.
other out of the country ones as a team, we gotta do Japan. Maybe Australia because Matt's gonna go by himself. But Japan though, and like
Also-
the only reason I can say this because like I got a passport, Fluffy Co has a passport, Matt has a
don't.
green card.
I have to
Fluffy
get
Co,
my passport. I have to get my passport.
I'm gonna need you to log off.
I had one.
How are you
and
in the military? And not
They
have a
gave me a red one. And then when you leave, you have to give it back. You can't.
You're not American.
I am an American, but you
Yeah,
get
a red
special
passport. A red passport does not exist in America.
Yes, it does.
I'm actually kind of bummed. I found out I have to go to Europe probably in June, so there's no DLC with them.
Well, there is
Wait,
a
what?
DLC in June.
In
Yeah,
Europe?
Yeah, in
I'm
Europe.
pretty sure Dortmund's
this-
in June.
Dortmund, right?
Yeah, I think
Dor-
Dortmund's
I
in
might
June.
be saying that word wrong too now.
No, it's Dortmund.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It's Dortmund.
Yeah, June 5th and 6th, Germany.
Oh, no way.
Mm-hmm. I want to go to
Dortmund.
Germany.
Thank you,
I
TJ.
think I have
It
to go
is.
to Italy.
I ain't gonna lie to
Red
you, man.
passport is the most common passport in the military.
Yes, it's a special like
Sounds
insurance
fake.
one or something.
First of all, we don't exist. TJ doesn't exist right now. Why
Right.
y'all even use him as a? Never mind. We are live, and
I'm
we
just
people are
saying.
looking at me
I had a red one, and then my other one I got as a kid
you
expired.
were part of the born supremacy then, because only Americans have blue. Red ones are for other countries, aka.
No, that's for the
Asian people do.
military.
I was in the military longer than all y'all have been alive.
Did you?
He's not wrong.
You
God,
wanna go get your certificates?
when I was going.
Okay, I
overseas
typed
for
in
certificate-
red passport on Google, and it says a red passport cover generally indicates a country with communist or former communist ties.
Okay, type in
Hold on, hold on,
military
no.
red
No, I
passport.
just
Passport.
typed in red passport.
Oh
Red
my
passport.
God.
Red passport. That's what you said. Type it into Google.
Things are escalating very quickly.
Hey, all I know is, did you see Tanya's face? It's like that picture I posted in chat.
You're lucky
Hey,
I don't know how
man,
to, how to
I
share
didn't know
the
we were.
screen.
I didn't know we were in
That's
Russians
crazy,
now.
man.
He said,
That
"You're lucky I don't know how
fluffy
to share this." Oh my
That's
gosh,
wild.
is that a
Whoa.
wild crit?
What's up, darkness? What's up?
Bruh. I'm driving.
Are you in,
Drive-
are you in
no.
Florida?
Hey, bro, we can.
I heard all y'all talking about Melbourne being unsafe and shit. Indianapolis is by far the sketchiest of all of the locations they fucking said.
Well, okay, where the convention is
I can't
held
imagine
is not
Richmond is
sketchy.
like so
Is it
safe.
in downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sketchy. Indiana. I'm pretty sure it's at the same convention that the Pokemon Regionals was at, and the Uber that I took from the airport back, dude. There was one point where this guy stops and was like, "I'm gonna run this red light because I don't feel good right here. This is not a good area." And I'm like, "Oh my fucking god, where are we at?"
Hey,
Like the Uber
Chris,
driver.
language. We are live. Children are
That's
about.
not happening in
Oh,
Melbourne.
man,
It's
I don't
not.
know how
My
this
child
works.
is here.
I didn't know this was live and people were watching. My bad.
yeah,
My
this
bad.
is live.
Yes, you are driving unsafe. Please at least put the phone in the dash while you drive. Good Lord.
Chris, are you in Florida?
All right, I
he
will
is
clean
in
the
Florida. He
language.
left us.
My
You're
bad.
trying to break every law in the world over here. You're trying to get Tanya banned.
I don't know what this is.
Oh my gosh, TJ just sent a thing that said a red U.S. passport, also known as an official passport, is issued to military personnel and U.S. government employees traveling abroad on official business, particularly to countries without a status of forces agreement, SOFA. These passports are often required when a country doesn't have an existing SOFA that outlines the legal status of U.S. military personnel.
So you were doing illegal shit. Sorry, see my name. See, Chris, you gotta log off. You gotta be cussing.
I'm done with it. I'm not saying nothing there.
Yo, you were doing illegal stuff, Fluffy Co. And now all of a sudden,
he was in the military.
No, listen,
It
first
was
of
for
all, why
military
are
travel.
we listening to TJ? No one believed TJ. No
I believe
one.
TJ sometimes.
Stop.
I think
That
this
means
is a situation
you know
where
what,
we can believe
Tanya?
TJ.
You also believed in Lucky, and we see it. No, we don't believe in TJ, or we don't believe in Lucky. Neither one. Them two can be best friends together right now. Liars. And then you too, Fluffy Co. We're gonna add you to that list all of a sudden.
No.
Anyways, back on the Lorcana topic.
This is all Chris's fault.
I'm not opposed to going out of country for any of these events, but realistically, and y'all may have already talked about this, with them capping it at 2,048 players, it's gonna be
so hard
like,
to get tickets to these events.
To get anything, because everything's gonna sell out within 10 seconds.
We're gonna have to be like,
you have to be like, it's not even about being on it and being on it's about just getting lucky. We're gonna have to get lucky. So like, and that right there is honestly what's frustrating me the most about all of it. If they would have just capped at 5,000 players, almost everybody would have been able to get in. Some people would have got left out.
5,000?
Dude, Magic Grand. I've been to Magic Grand Prix where there were 4K players.
What's our largest Yu-Gi-Oh event that we've been to? 6. Because all of us can come from a Yu-Gi-Oh standpoint on this. What's the largest Yu-Gi-Oh?
Not at all. I didn't play.
20 people.
Okay. Let's use Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon.
Yeah.
300.
Yeah, something like that.
I thought the biggest Pokemon is like 3,300.
Yeah, but guys, you have to go back to what Corey said earlier, where the difference between 2,000 people to just 3,000 people, like the amount of staff you need, like, and then you guys are talking about, you guys are talking about bumping it to 5K people, like that sounds.
The biggest tournament for Yu-Gi-Oh was in Tokyo 2024. It had 7,443 participants.
That sounds miserable.
I mean that actually sounds about normal for Yu-Gi-Oh in Japan. But I'm talking about stateside. Stateside wise, I don't think we've ever really had over 3,000 like on a normal thing. If it wasn't like a Worlds or Last Chance Qualifier or something like that. So like, we're not. I understand it, like people's frustration with it. But 2,048 people, guys, everybody knows how long 3 rounds is, or excuse me, three game format is. Any more people?
Some people don't know.
Well, I mean, you're right. I apologize. We in this chat know what we're about to get into. So, like, if we do get in,
that much longer.
What?
So
we only get like 5 more time, like 5 more minutes in time. Like
no, bro, we're not only
the best of 2 went to time every time, so it's not like it's going to be that much longer.
So the difference is that it's not necessarily that we're going to 3 game format. I don't think that's going to be the issue. I think the issue is going to be going into 12 rounds.
Yeah. Not really, because you have to think about it. I'm honest. It stays the same for me. 03 and drop. I'm playing side events.
Shut the fuck.
I mean, okay.
So I need to know what are y'all
rounds
talking about? I missed the announcements.
Okay, so we're literally
so essentially we're going into a 3 game format now.
25 rounds.
Yeah, and it's going to be 12 rounds.
25.
12 rounds?
No, 12 rounds, best of 3.
Yeah.
12 rounds, best of 3, cut to top 64?
So we're going to play the first 8 on day 1, pay the first other 4 on day 2.
So are they doing it? So they're almost
24.
Finals is best of 5.
12 rounds, day 1.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh days, baby.
No.
12 rounds total. 8 rounds, day 1. So they're going to
rounds.
Pokemon. They're doing what Pokemon.
Yes, they're literally doing Pokemon. Yeah,
Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, you know, then we're literally in that format now where it's all
I'm
day
fine with
long.
that.
Me
But
too.
see, a
But
lot
I
of
mean,
people,
you're gonna get stall players that are gonna go
and there it is right there.
504.
As they're
So
on
Pokemon does.
every game.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. Pokemon does 9 rounds day one, 5 rounds the next day, and then 6 rounds. So it's 15 rounds total. But they end up having a lot of players go 504 to make it to day 2. So what's the cutoff for day 2?
It's gonna probably be the same. We don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same. No, it's gonna probably be one game less. So it'll be four or
Corey says there's no cutoff.
What?
what?
We don't know
I mean,
it
there's
yet.
a cutoff.
There has to be a
Corey,
cutoff to make
Corey
day 2.
just said there's no cutoff.
So everybody can just play on day 2. That's silly. Okay.
Oh
whatever.
wait, no, that's right. Simply because of the no
there's
matter
just-
what, as soon as you win 5 games, so that's what it is. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Oh, because you get
Yeah,
that
you have
extra
to have
promo
5
for
game
winning
format
5
then.
games.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to
Cutoff-
okay, then that makes
the
sense.
cutoff is going to be top cut.
So it's
Right,
cut
right,
to
right.
top 64.
but you're
12
still gonna
rounds.
get those games.
12 rounds cut to top 64. Okay. I mean, that's not the worst.
Wait, no,
That
is
that,
it top
that,
12?
that doesn't bother me that much. Again, the only
Top-
thing that bothers
top
me is the fact that
32.
they're capping
Yeah,
at
it's top
2,000
32.
players.
It's not
That's
top
silly.
64.
That's
Top-
what I
No, it is.
thought.
It is 64, right? Oh, let me just pull this
Thought
out.
it was
64
32.
Top 64 gets the Simba.
I don't want to keep speculating. Yeah.
No, literally, Corey's put it in the chat.
No, I hear you. But see, either way it goes, like you just made it very clear, Chris, and it kind of just brought me back to the world there again. I forgot. Like the lottery system is real again. And therein lies I guess everybody's real gripe. And the only gripe that I would complain about is the lottery system. Like,
Well, here's my question.
I want to pay and play.
This is what I really want to know. And there's no way to really know about it, but like, are we going to see players like Zach Bivens and DKP and those guys not get into these tournaments?
Why would they not get? Oh, I mean,
they have to get as lucky as we do, right?
I mean,
or
yeah,
are they going to like get
that's
in?
a topic for a different.
Oh, Tanya says we gotta wait for that for next stream.
Oh,
Chris, you're doing too much. Jesus Christ, bro.
It's like what happened last season too. It happened last season where people knew people and were able to,
just get in, right?
Yeah.
it was
I mean,
very
hold up.
easy.
Now, Tanya, we don't talk like that on live stream.
Well,
I mean,
that
it
was
is what it
different though.
is.
That was different because that was ran by PPG. So like, if you knew George and those guys, like you could get in.
Yeah, that's what
Like
I
that
was
just
under
this
the
is
impression.
different now.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
I don't know,
So,
but I don't know. We'll see.
yeah.
We'll see. Because
I appreciate
I'll be
you,
honest
man.
with you, if I were those players, I would be frustrated if I didn't get in.
Yeah.
You know, like
That's the only thing to
especially
be
because
frustrated about.
this is like for some of them, like this is like their livelihood.
exactly.
So
Like I'm gonna be upset if I don't get in, but if I was them, I would be like, oh my god, bro, I would
crash out.
I would
I'm
crash.
not-
Exactly.
That level of just commitment, where even if you
When I
don't
didn't get
have a
in
ticket,
to
and
Atlanta-
you just go to the event and you just like expect to get a ticket in, because most of them did not actually fire with 2048, even though they were sold out.
See, I heard about that in Vegas.
You could buy a
dude,
ticket.
so many
like,
people
the
couldn't
day
make it to
of.
Vegas. But see, that's another thing about being on the West Coast. We know for a fact a lot of people couldn't fly out there, and there was a lot of world stuff going on. Fires happened out of nowhere. A lot of hurricane. There was a lot of world stuff going on. Well, I guess there's world stuff going on now, but like East
I was
Coast,
about to say.
these people are driving, bro. I know people that are living in Florida that will drive to Milwaukee, no problems now. Like East Coast, I don't know
Zero
what's
chance. I already
They're
looked
driving.
up flight tickets, and they're only $200
See what I'm saying?
from Orlando
Like,
to Milwaukee.
because
Zero
East
chance
Coast
I
is
would drive.
cheaper to live, bro. Everything's established out here. Everything's established out here. Like Corey's been saying the whole time. I'm so excited about that part, and the fact that like I get to y'all. If we don't get in, y'all might. Now you just maybe come back down to earth, bro. Because like if I don't get in, I'm gonna cry.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You see them tears.
There might be a real tear, bro. There might be
I'm
a
not
real
even
trying
a
to take
jar.
anything
Can I
away
save
from
them
the
for
game
later?
because I love this game and I think this game has the potential to do really, really big stuff. But I'm already thinking about playing like some other stuff too. With only 3 events, and I don't even know if I'll be able to get in. Like I might
Well, but
go back and play something else too.
you missed the
Crazy.
chat earlier. We talked about it. There's actually events every month except for, well, we don't know about November, December really because of the holidays, but we have an event, almost 2 events every month from from technically August moving forward, because store champs, double DLC plus the CCSs plus the PPG events. Like we have a lot of events going on back to back.
I'm just not big on any. I'm not big on any of the third party stuff, man. Like SSG, CCG, all that. Like you can miss me with that. But I've been saying that since day one.
Yeah.
I want to do the official tournaments. And somebody was saying that I think Bruce was telling me that there's going to be mid-tier events. What is that?
We don't know yet. They haven't announced it. They haven't announced any of that stuff yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
still waiting on part of the announcement
next week.
Yeah.
Now, okay. Well, maybe that will sway me to not switch into another game. And even if I do play another game, I'm still going to play Lorcana, and I'm still going to try to get into these DLCs and these big events. But it's I don't know. It hurts, man. Because I was there. I tried to get into 2 events and whiffed them. I missed them. Like, and I was right there clicking right when it dropped. And I missed them, so that hurt. And it was Vegas, and it was NAI or the Continentals for Last Chance qualifier. I missed on both of those.
Didn't you? You got into the Last Chance qualifier anyway.
I did because of the fires, and there were so many people that didn't make it. They had spots, so I got in through that. But other than that, I was just going as an attendee, which
as a +1 to our boy.
Well, yeah, I guess. But he actually gave that +1 to Kaylee. I bought my own ticket.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Diabolical.
Well, I told her, he was trying to buy one for her. And I just told him, I said, I'll try to get one for myself. And I was able to get one. So I just let her have it because he wasn't able to get it. So I was just like, she can just take that one. And then I won't feel bad about keeping all my promos and my pin and stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Ty, are you guys ready for your store champs coming up this week or next week for y'all?
Next week, I think so for the most part.
I'm
not gonna lie, I did not go to locals at all this week.
We're gonna see so many world decks, bro. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
That would be funny because those world decks were made for worlds.
Yeah,
and they're not going to be good in a set champs.
I love copy paste sometimes, man.
I think some of them have potential to be very good in set champs, but like some of them, absolutely not.
I'm probably just playing green purple.
What? I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Green purple just seems so good right now. It just seems in a great
green itself. Just I'm either playing green purple or green steel. I think my favorite card in the game right now is Little Ursula.
Oh,
is that
man,
Deceiver?
What? Yeah.
2-drop. 1/3.
Yeah, 2-drop Ursula is just rude.
I only wanted I don't want to do that many store champs this season. I probably only want to do 1, maybe 2. Like I don't know why. I'm just not. I don't want to do store champs. I really just want to get ready for DLCs. Like y'all got me, man. I'm so excited about these DLCs.
I do want. I do want this Jafar.
You need the 4 Jafars because it's going to be good next set.
I do want this Jafar playmat.
I've
always been gassed up on Jafar hard. I do want this one. But when ours, I'll be doing Mountain View set champs on next Sunday. When is House of Cards and Dragon Sword?
Dragon Sword's the 12th, and House of Cards is the 3rd of August, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got a little bit of time.
So I'll do.
Oh my god!
You said House of Cards is on the 13th or the
3rd. I think the 3rd. No, Dragon Sword's on the 12th.
Okay. I'll do that and then Mountain View on the 13th. So I'll be doing 2 this next weekend.
I just realized I won't be able to do none of the stat champs now. I'll have my daughter the entire month of July, all week, every weekend.
Fatherly duties.
Hey man, well it works. It works. I'm all right with that. I mean, because that probably is another reason then I don't want to do Jafar. I ain't got nothing against Jafar. He made the greatest line, Prince of Boo Boo. Like, but I'm good. I'm good on that. Now I'm
That's
just
funny.
that Maleficent Dragon though. That
We're
thing
about
gonna do
to.
something crazy.
For Fable,
Set 9.
People are gonna be
Yeah.
cooking for that
Yes.
one.
Like,
yeah, it's gonna be a hot
all right,
one.
so listen, guys. Set 9. The amount of stuff that they've released that nobody's talking about, or maybe we have talked about already before in the different chats. Nobody's paying attention. Set 9 is going to be massively set 1 reset. Like it literally resets as a set 1, where it's going to be hard to find. It's going to be very expensive, and people are going to be crazy for it. And what's even better is this. I'm doing my best to keep 2 cases sealed and put away or whatever. Because normally I just keep 1 case sealed, but I'm trying to do 2 cases this time because this is the first time we'll have the iconic situation happening. So like that whole Schrodinger's cat theory will happen. You don't know if the iconic's in there or not, which raises the price of the case. And then now we officially have first edition. We now have second edition confirmed, and we now have like we have so many things that are now set in stone with set 9, and then those play mats and the cards. Oh my
The
god!
play mats for set 9 are so nice, and I'm so excited for them.
I have 8. I have 9
The
ordered
Mufasa?
already.
I mostly just
9
want the Mulan stuff.
coming in.
Did you say House of Cards is store champ in
That
August 2nd?
the play mat.
It's like the 3rd or the 2nd or something like
House
that. I
of
think.
Cards.
hmm
Ain't that where that fella goes that I can't say what I want to say on this chat because we laugh? Ain't that they place Core? Okay,
All
well,
right,
I might
guys.
pop up to that one because August.
I'm walking into the house. I'm gonna
Hey,
hop
be
off
safe.
here.
All right, man. Be safe out
All
there.
right,
In
bye. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna sign off here. We do have at the end of July we are hosting a 1K at Dragon's Horde that will be scaling, and we also have a learn to play the following day. So it's the 26th and the 27th of July. Come out, have fun with us. It's gonna be great. The learn to play is for all
Tanya will be
ages,
teaching
skill
all day.
levels. Oh gosh, all ages, all skill levels. We'll be going over basics of Lorcana, and then we'll also go over mulligans, deck building, different stuff like that. Most of Ohana will be there, I think, to kind of help teach, or at least a few of us will be there. So come out and hang out with us, and we really enjoy everybody that got to join us today in the chat and have some fun. So
Yeah.
you guys have a great night, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
Have a great night.